Previously on Seattle by Night. A new night, a new set of awakenings. Alvin awakens first, as he does, aware that things will begin soon, possibly even tonight, hopefully tonight. The only sounds at present are the normal allotment of the Daily Bagel closing cleanup projects, though soon he will grow used to other sounds besides. The standout bits of tonight's operation seem to be Sarah's return to work, if quiet, and potential future plumbing issues with the upstairs, but nothing that couldn't be easily rectified when the remodeling commences. Olivia, in her sire's movie room, onesied up in her sire's own onesie grip. Another onesie figured in her own grip, a onesie chain. A lot of wiggling free later, and a very one-sided, embarrassing conversation with Echo, Ruha fledgling, practically flees the building. But meeting with Alvin's one-time almost enforced rival, Thomas, now just another member in Alvin's harem. Ashley, finally free of wraithly stalkers, has time to take note of the continued lack of maintenance schools that are a normal background noise to life in the Chantry, all largely reassigned to bolster Chantry security. But at least things are even more quiet for a bit of ritual craft. This one was pesky to learn, not the least bit because of the books involving it or referencing it using multiple languages. There's still certain there are better books with just one language deeper in the archive, but this is probably just another way to test you. Pious to not one, but two rat butts on your face. A sharing of cheese between family members ensues, even if it tastes like ash in Pious's mouth. You do stay a touch too long, perhaps, making you late just a bit for the bagel, as well as subject to your favorite sister in blood, the admittedly the only one you've met, barging into your room and leaving you in need of a replacement door. Not that you begrudge her all that excessive exuberance. Back at the bagel, Alvin has a short conversation with Lucy before Ashley is the first to arrive at the Daily Bagel. Alvin having a brief moment to note the addition of a blue neck ribbon to Ashley's apparel. More importantly is the news shared of the removal of Ashley's wraith problem. However, the hints of a shared and forced playdate with another, as well as the addition of the lip of the ribbon, leads to Alvin's misconceived notion that Ashley and Olivia went on a blind date and are now a thing. There is also the matter of Ashley's missing girl poster, which she shares with Alvin, preluding a conversation for how to possibly deal with it and how concerned to be. Conversation is broken by a nice car pulling up outside the bagel. Something that's been happening an awful lot lately, but what hasn't been happening often lately, or at all ever, is a second Alvin emerging from the vehicle while the first Alvin stares slack-jawed from inside the bagel. Alvin the First quickly knows that he needs to fetch some silver, but alas, the cafe doesn't have any actual silverware. While Alvin the Second enters, their voice Alvin's own, albeit with an entirely different accent, like someone threw Alvin into some sort of historical British media with just the right amount of snob. As things ensue, a Jim is startled by a Alvin copycat hopping over the counter before being given leave to leave by the Alvin whose blood commands him. Bias arrived down below and began knocking. Alvin, well, Alvin the First, warning Ashley to keep an eye on the doppelganger, departs for the basement to let Pius in, warning him of the danger awaiting upstairs. Pius, however, after the initial first contact with the would-be doppelganger, gets into it with Ashley over her new arts and crafts ribbon. Ashley doesn't take this well and responds with words that much older kindred of both clans might have viewed differently. Gargoyles being made from Nosferatu, among other things, after all. But fortunately, the two young bloods are not aware enough to make that connection. Instead, Pius drags things further into juvenility by pulling out both of his rats and hissing as a trio at the would-be warlock. Alvin the First returns somewhat later, telling the others to knock it off, even as Alvin the Second starts acting even weirder. Eventually, there is a brief appearance by Lucy, drawn by the noise, but she swiftly departs the crazy pedo Alvin the Second. Granted, given that she's a ghoul, it's highly unlikely that she's not at least of age, but given how creepy the grin Alvin the Second is sporting, no one really questions it. Not too long later, Alvin II's mask drops to reveal a cackling Olivia, who quickly starts rolling around on the tables and on the floor. While Pius, the rats, and Olivia busy themselves with licking some icing off of a wall, Alvin receives a phone call from Thomas. An initial inquiry regarding something between Olivia and Echo possibly having occurred, but quickly moving on to a much more relevant topic. Thomas making an offer of support of equipment and sundries for what is likely to go down tonight. It is somewhat last minute, but aid is appreciated. Ashley tries to show off, finding a spider and holding it in her mouth as part of a ritual. Sadly, her attempt fails, and she saves the spider for later, prompting an impromptu song and dance from Olivia. Something about a spider girl. Further shenanigans are interrupted by a pounding knock on the back door. A rather beat up looking Milena behind it, explaining that they got jumped and asking if there might be any blood to spare, as Bruce was reduced to an almost blood starved condition. After a surprisingly gentle feeding on Jim, Bruce is shown to the basement where Lucy is, still hiding from Weirdo Alvin. Olivia tries to pass herself off as Alvin the second again, forgetting her mask has dropped. Naturally, this doesn't succeed by any means. Lenik reveals that they had been scouting about the outskirts of the Sabat lair somewhere in Belltown. She also shares the fact that there has been isolated fighting ongoing in other parts of the town, small skirmishes and the like, but many of the places being struck at weren't in operation 5 years ago, leaving her wondering how the Sabat knew about them. Alvin responds, informing Melina of the ghoul couriers being attacked. Eventually, after some time with Lucy, Melina and Bruce depart, leaving the coterie discussing if they desire to request anything from Thomas specifically. Which is where it brings us back to tonight. The four of you, or no longer among the living vampires, gathered around tensely awaiting a phone call. Now, before we proceed, is there anything that any of your characters wishes to take care of?
Mm-mm.
Not off the top of my head.
Mm,
I'm going to assume that's a no on all accounts.
yeah, no, I don't have anything.
I don't have
Yeah.
anything right now.
I just need to go
Heck.
take out a loan.
What?
I need to take out a loan so I can get a bazooka.
This might be America, but where are you getting a bazooka?
We're trying to rocket jump over stuff.
I know the why. I'm asking the where.
Well, I do know a pawn shop.
There's a
I feel like I
shape.
should find a relevant clip from Mercurio from the Bloodlines game, and when he's talking about weapons that the PC is asking about. And while the rocket launchers weren't included in that list, they probably get a similar treatment to some of the later items on it.
But no, I'm good actually. I don't have anything for real.
I should hope not. In any case, a little less than an hour after the departure of Bruce and Melina, your coteries gathering is interrupted by another knock at the back door, which is really starting to see a lot of use tonight, beckoning attention from the coterie.
Alvin will go see to it. His shop, his place, might as well.
Yeah, his shop, his place, his things, his harem, possibly.
No harem.
Definitely harem.
Opening the door reveals no people. Whoever having done the knocking clearly having departed immediately. However, what it does reveal, and the handout I'm about to give, congratulations, Alvin, you're the one that gets to read it out loud.
No! Work! Effort.
Work. Read, you bitch.
I'm disconnecting. I'm dissolving this party.
Come back.
Read.
Let's see. Okay. All right. All right.
Out loud.
Rada rada. Rada 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 rada.
In English.
Rada 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 rada. Rada rada rada.
Unless you're
Rada
passing it off on somebody.
rada rada rada.
He doesn't get
Rada.
to, no. I'm holding this game session here until he reads it out loud for everyone.
I'll see you guys in 3 weeks then.
Hey, get back here. You read.
What is reading?
You want me to read it?
No, you're not allowed.
Damn it.
It's just payback for making him do recap on Tuesday.
Hey. When he did recap, I didn't expect him to do the full thing. All I did was go, hey, buddy, what do you remember? What's relevant to you?
Yeah, but you rolled him. The dice decided.
Yeah.
I just legitimately wasn't thinking of it as payback, but you know what? Sure, we can roll with that too. Also, the fact that the letter attached inside the handout is specifically addressed to his character. I just figured he should be the one to read it.
I did read it. That's real nice. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, well, read it out loud now.
Effort. A pair of crates stacked on top of each other. One has a rather crudely drawn peace sign in yellow paint. Taped to the top of the stacked double crates is an envelope addressed to Mr. Valdric.
Alvin, I hope this letter and shipment finds you well. It was somewhat hectic to put together so last minute. I should have made such an offer sooner, perhaps. I certainly did not expect my coterie to get as strangely excited by my sending of it, nor their taking advantage of the chaos that ensued to add their own personal touches, one of the major reasons for the delay. I have enclosed in these a small variety of goods I began stockpiling well before the prince's announcement. Perhaps a touch of paranoia from my sire's lesson? But only recently, with the Sabbat's return, have I gotten so serious about it. Seems an odd hobby for a lawyer and a hobbyist tailor, no? I have no doubts that the night to come will be dangerous, and it may be expected that some of our fellows will meet their final end tonight. Use the contents within, and do your best not to be among them, Valdric. Not when there is so much ahead of us both. With all due regards, Thomas Longwell. P.S. Remember that when fighting our kind, some of the range tools within are much better use when one aims for the head. P.P.S. In regards to the edibles, I think I have your preferences mostly nailed down. My apologies if my information is wrong. Inside the containers is a large assortment of items. Grade 3 Kevlar vest. Armor ×4. Armor rating 3. Dex penalty of 1. Bernelli 4. Semi-automatic 12-gauge shotgun ×2. As per semi-auto shotgun, page 289/281 in book. Box of 12-gauge buckshot, 10 shells ×4. Machete ×2. Counts as a sword for statistics. Carved stakes ×2. Assorted cleaning supplies, bleach, cleaning alcohol, rags. A brief note denotes that this edition is from Ferretti. A cooler surrounded by ice packs. Inside cooler, blood bag ×4. Smells incredible to Alvin. Blood bag marked with blue tape. Smells acceptable to Alvin.
End of
Was that
message.
so hard?
Incredibly. I
I'm
hope you all.
teeth are hurting cats with you. Sheesh.
Now you know how I feel on other days. It is. Oh, there are some days that cats cannot be hurted.
You mean that to imply there are days that they can?
You heard me.
I can herd cats. Just shake the treat bag and they come running.
What treat bag do I have for these nerds? Tell me.
I don't know. You find their favorite thing?
I have very picky cats then.
Meow. In any case, the crates are presumably brought inside the bagel. No
Yes.
reason to leave them out there. And that leaves y'all to discuss what to do with them and the contents. As a reminder, I'm going to go over some of the rules here real quick. Armor is add its armor rating, in this case 3 for the Kevlar vest, to your soak dice pools against bashing, lethal, as well as aggravated from claws and fangs.
Is there a place to
However,
put that on the sheet?
Hmm?
Is there a place to put that on the sheet, like an equipment page or something?
hmm, well, you can list like armor under your in the combat section, but there's no actual like way to include that in the base dice. You just have to include it when you make your soak rolls as a
Hmm.
miscellaneous modifier.
Okay. Oh, I just
But
figured it probably
additionally,
good to note.
Additionally, if you ever take an incoming attack with more damage than damage equal to or more than twice the armor rating, in this case 6 or more, then after the attack, the armor will break. You will still get to apply its because I'm ruling it that way. You'll still get to apply the armor's additional soak value to that attack, but it will be broken after that attack.
Okay, so in the armor and shields, we'd put grade 3 Kevlar vest armor, and then in the rating, we'd put 3.
Mm-hmm. And dex
Uh,
penalty of 1 if it allows a spot for that.
yeah, it does.
Dex penalty of 1 means that your dexterity is considered one die lower for all pools while
So
you're
would that
wearing
be a
the armor.
-1 or a 1?
Uh, hmm. I honestly don't know how that would. You can,
Hmm.
Probably a -1 just to keep our heads straight on straight. But if it turns out it's important to do it the other way, we will.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Hmm. As a reminder about guns, unless you're aiming for the head, all damage from firearms is considered bashing. And vampires, after soak, any remaining bashing damage is automatically halved. Now, a headshot with a gun to a vampire is still considered lethal, thus, you know, not applicable to that. But aiming for the head is a +2 difficulty increase, so difficulty 8 instead of difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm.
Guns use a base damage dice amount of depending on the gun type. And other than that, the only way to get additional dice for that pool is to get additional successes on the hit roll. You don't get to add strength or potence or anything like that to a gunshot. Shotguns are damage dice 8. They're pretty potent.
Hmm.
Obviously, there's 2 machetes in there, which will count as a sword for melee weapons. There's also 2 stakes in there. They become apparent. Clean supplies, presumably to clean yourselves up afterwards, or for anything else you might want to put them towards, are pretty self-evident. And obviously there are the blood bags inside the cooler. For everyone but Alvin, they're edible to everyone. For Alvin, only 2 of them are edible.
Hmm. Okay.
These blood bags, they what, like...
They are each 1 blood point.
Hey, wait.
Hmm.
Don't I?
So if we get put into torpor, technically we could give somebody a blood point and they'd like come back up.
Uh, torpor, being revived from torpor by using a blood bag only works if you're in torpor because of the hunger, or if you're still in torpor after having lost all your blood.
Thank you, bud.
Oh, okay.
If you're in torpor from injury, you're in torpor for a period of time based on your humanity.
Gotcha. All right. No problem.
And you can probably expect a fair number of NPCs to be torpored after tonight, regardless of how things play out.
Mm.
Bias would take a steak.
Bias just grabs a steak without asking anyone in the coterie.
Of course he does.
I'll
That's
take the
totally in
other.
character for him. And Alvin grabs the other one, also without asking anyone.
Considering that we were the
Apparently,
last ones who were like doing the melee brawl for like the stake stuff, like I think it
Don't
makes
I?
the most sense.
Doesn't my character still have her pistol?
Yeah,
presumably, yes.
both me and Olivia
Uh,
have pistols. What are the specs for that?
or a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
One moment, I believe I still have myself somewhere. No, I moved away from that page. Darn. Give me a moment. Ranged weapons table. No, wait, that's the ranged maneuvers table. There's the ranged weapons table. I'm going to assume those are light pistols you've got there. So
Yeah.
we will go off the light pistol stats. Damage rating is 4. Range is 20. Rate is 4. Capacity is 15 plus 1.
You said the damage was 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you
Also
said
for these. Yes.
okay, so pistol, light, minimum strength, meh, damage 4, range 20, rate 4, clip 15.5, conceal.
P.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, that's. I forget where it actually shows the what's concealment and what's not, but I know that's on the smaller side. So presumably pocket, I think, is what it stands for.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, the stakes are strength plus 1 for damage.
Oh,
Melee weapon.
minimum. Oh, so wait, there's no minimum strength for stakes. It's just damage.
Yeah, none of these things have minimum strength, so I don't know why that's there.
Gotcha.
But I'm just going off the base rule book.
What's the type for the stake?
Type of what?
Just asks for a type.
Probably means damage type, in which case lethal is what the stake normally is.
Yeah, it's got a lethality portion already, so
Oh.
yeah.
So would it be piercing then?
Mm.
No, we don't have those types.
Okay.
Pain is just pain in the system.
So type lethal and it's lethal. Interesting.
Oh, lethal. Mario.
What's the damage for it? You said what?
I would put
I'm
1 in the
confused about what you're
damage.
asking for.
And then min 0?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
In any case, the machetes basically function as swords, so strength plus 2 for damage on them.
Ashley's gonna take a machete.
Ashley takes a machete.
Anyone mind if I snagged the other machete? Or do we feel like somebody else in the party's got strength and melee to back that up.
I
I
have.
don't. What's the size of Pius's haven?
The one in the Warrens or the one you got to yourself away from the Warrens?
Well, then I got to myself.
I mean, it's basically a cut-off section of the sewers.
So like a size 1 or 2 in the dots.
Size under what category of dots?
Under havens in combat. There's like vehicles, havens, there's gear. And in my haven, I have sewer, but I don't have any dots in it, like security, size, luxury.
I don't either.
I think that's referencing the Communal Havens background in the Anarch book, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's
Yeah.
not
Don't
our
worry about that.
personal haven.
Don't worry about it for right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Daily Bagel doesn't have any information on there either. It's just listed.
Yeah, mine just says sewer.
Oh,
In
wait.
any case, presumably Alvin takes the second machete. So go ahead and note that down. Which, of course, leaves the 2 shotguns. Now, I wonder if any of you even have dots and firearms to use it.
No.
I do. Well, I have 2 dots. I don't know if that
That
makes
probably
it.
puts you ahead of Pius, at least.
Hey,
I'll take.
Pius, what do you have in melee?
0.
Oh,
I
I
am
have-
strictly espionage.
I have 2.
Meaning I gotta think really hard when I'm in combat about what I'm gonna do.
do you have
Well, like
any
my
points?
dex is nice.
Do you have any points in brawl?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. 2.
I have 4 stealth, 3 streetwise, 3 subterfuge, and then 2 awareness, athletic, alertness, expression.
All right.
All
So I
melee
know.
attack skills are at 0 for Pius.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
know.
except for thrown weapons. He can still
Well,
throw weapons because that's athletics.
yeah. Uh. Hmm. Maybe you should.
I can craft like stuff like maybe bombs if we need bombs or traps if we need to do traps. Like I'm a utilitarian.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Let's see. So, what typically goes with melee and what typically goes with brawls for stats?
Now I could probably like tie like 2 machetes to stick together and frisbee them around the place.
What is the combat dice with that?
I'm gonna take one of the shotguns then.
Yeah.
Remember that when it comes to your to hit rolls, dexterity is 9/10 of all to hit rolls.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Andrew, those things that I put into my rituals, those aren't rituals, but am I able to just do those, or do I have to have the
Yeah,
items to
yes.
make that happen?
You are able to do those.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking back over that. Yeah, you don't need those aren't rituals. I mean, obviously you need certain things like for like at least for all 3 of the ones you actually bothered to write down. You need at least a corpse there already.
Yeah.
How is your dex and how is your strength?
My dex is 3, strength is 1.
Okay.
My
It does
manipulation
have
is
a dot of
4, wit's
potence,
5.
so technically his strength is 2.
Right. So with a firearm, that is firearm plus dexterity for hit, and it doesn't get bonuses to damage anyway, right?
I should note that things in the skills column, which includes firearms, if you are using them untrained, you're at a -1 dice pool penalty.
Oh, fine.
How much would it be for
So
me to
basically,
get a dot in that?
talents have no penalty to be used untrained. Skills are -1 dice pool to be used untrained. Knowledges you cannot use untrained unless I give you permission. And if I do give you permission, you're at -2 dice pool penalty.
I see. So basically, what it sounds like is Pius, you're looking at using brawl and just punching slash grappling people.
I'm not planning on really hitting anything. I'm gonna have things do that for me eventually.
Okay, cool.
What we're talking about for tonight, though,
Oh, are we fighting tonight?
Probably.
most likely.
Okay.
Because Olivia's our firearm specialist. Like, I could use firearms. I have 2 dots in it. Like,
Well,
As
don't.
does Ashley.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you think like obviously someone else should take the shotgun if we have to split up in two groups,
right.
you know?
Ashley, what you said you've got firearms as well?
No, I don't have firearms. I
Okay.
For some
have
reason, I heard.
I have I have brawl, I have melee, and I have strength, and I have dex. Like,
Well, it seems like the shotguns are going to Alvin and Olivia by default because they're the only ones with firearms.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my strength is 3, my dex is 2, my brawl is 1, my melee is 2.
We'll be right back.
That's curious.
That
Well,
Ashley's is like set up like that.
well, I will let you know I am taking two of the 12 gauge buckshots.
Yep. So you'd have 20 shells.
Yep. So that leaves one shotgun, 2 boxes.
Yeah, I'll be taking the other shotgun and 2 boxes of ammo.
I'm gonna find a way to craft some type of what are is holy water a thing? Do you guys know in this? Like, could I like just like
No
You would
clue.
you would have to ask Andrew if you can even hold that.
well, if I put it in like a flask, I'd be able to hold on to it.
We
It's just
can't
not
even have
technically.
fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I don't know if you can be near it because holy water um like Elio whatever the fuck his name is. Even Olivia kind of had a sensation from him and kind of weaseled herself away from it.
Oh, okay.
And
But
with you being the lowest of humanity.
Yeah.
that's another factor. But ask Andrew because if it isn't a flask, maybe it is possible
Yeah.
because you're not technically touching it.
Hey,
I'm
Steph.
back.
Hey, Steph, what do you have for the shotgun in terms of numbers?
What do you mean? Oh,
Uh,
you mean combat numbers?
yeah.
8 damage, 20 range, 3
Oh, is
rate.
that what y'all needed? I could give you that. Yeah, it's the semi-auto shotgun.
Yeah,
What's the clip?
6+1,
Are
and
we
then
able to hold holy water in flasks,
T.
Cool.
Andrew?
Holy water would have limited effect unless it was used or at least created by some true faith.
Okay.
And true
Have,
faith is a rare commodity.
would Elio be able to make it or have it made?
Possibly.
Pius, quick to the
Possibly.
sewers. Go to Elio right now.
Probably don't have time for that.
Pius
Oh,
would
gotcha.
send Nibbles off to the nearest Mormon church to be converted, so that way he can give me holy water.
I like it.
The true faith requirement is not a joke, by the way.
No,
Then Pius would send Nibbles and
Even
Squeakers off to get converted.
yeah, even just one dot of true faith is so incredibly rare, and that's just what allows you to do some very, very basic stuff, and then gets a little less basic each dot until you get up to around 4 or 5 or so. And anything after 5 dots is where you start basically unlocking the ability to do outright miracles, up to outright reviving the dead at 10 dots of true faith.
all
Who
right,
wants the assorted cleaning supplies?
Man, I'm trying to think of what Pius would be useful for in a situation like this. I didn't really
Well,
set him up for like
isn't it
any type of
obvious?
melee.
You're the scout. You're the one that's like ahead of the group, obfuscated while you're trying to, and then you let the
Well,
others
yeah,
go. You just sniff around
there
the
is
corner.
that. But what if all three of them are like entangled and so? Well, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Well, then you just try and I guess untangle them out. There. I plan tonight knowing that none of you are really combat specialists, so hopefully it's not too terrible for y'all.
I
That
got two
said,
dots in
I expect some of y'all
efficacy.
to get fucked up.
I'll hold my pinky up while I fight them.
Who wants the assorted cleaning supplies?
Pius will take those.
Sure. Go ahead and add
Congratulations,
them
you
to
get to
your
wipe
gear.
down everyone.
Oh no! I'm
Or
looking
make a
over these things.
Molotov.
It says exactly. I'm looking over these ingredients. I can make a pipe bomb.
Do you have the crafting explosives subcategory in science chemistry?
Well, no.
Then Pius probably doesn't know how to make a pipe bomb.
Uh, Feel free to distribute the 4 blood bags between the 3 of you how you'd like.
Well, at this point, you'll probably be carrying them around in the cooler, unless you want them
True.
to go bad before they need to be used.
True. So I guess Pius is playing medic.
He's playing the guy carrying the stuff, so yeah.
Do we need someone to do that?
No, straight up, like if he can
What if-
stealth around and like somebody just drops us and thinks that we're like out of commission, and Pius just comes in like, "Shh, I got you, buddy," and like Nibbles drags a bag of blood over to somebody, like that's clutch play shit.
Give him a trench coat. And he's like, want some wires?
For some reason, I just pictured, frickin' Squeakers and Nibbles reskinned as those macho rats from Demon Slayer.
What do I got to roll to change myself into my handsome form?
Do you want to spend blood on that tonight?
God, I want to say yes so bad.
You just gotta look in a mirror, buddy.
Yep, I will.
I'm gonna go to the handout.
And blood
Thousand
point gone.
faces. Well, it's a blood point for however many dots of appearance you want to give yourself as part of the disguise. So it's potentially more than one.
All right, 3 dots gone.
Mm-hmm. You player rolls manipulation plus performance, difficulty 7. Determine how well this disguise works.
Manipulation plus performance, you say?
Mm-hmm. Yes, manipulation plus performance.
Difficulty what? 7, you said? No,
Mhm.
sorry. Okay.
I believe you have this already saved somewhere as a dice pool because you've rolled it before.
Yeah, I just rolled handsome scary man.
Yep, and 0 successes, buddy.
Darn. Pius stays
You
ugly.
feel the blood, but the ability doesn't really manifest. Perhaps you were a little bit too confident in it. I'll have to try better
No,
next
it's
time.
just Pius's luck.
Flash is just that unlucky, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So be it. So let's go over all the items again. Everyone got a Kevlar armor. I assume you all are wearing them, even though it does give you that dex penalty of 1.
Mm-hmm.
The shotguns have been distributed to Alvin and Olivia, as they're the ones with firearms dots.
Mhm.
Presumably, you're splitting up the 12 gauge buckshot ammo evenly, so that's 20 to each of you.
Mhm.
And the gun can hold a total of 7 at any one time. So that means you're all carrying around 13 extra in your pockets or somewhere else. The machetes have been distributed to Alvin and Ashley. The carved stakes have been claimed by Pius and Alvin. Alvin's got one of everything. The assorted cleaning supplies, as well as the cooler containing the blood, is being carried by Pius. Is that accurate?
Sounds about
Mhm.
right. Noticing that Pius is not martially trained. in any capacity. Like Dalvin's gonna make that mental note of like, all right, we're gonna at least get him a backup to certain things. I know he's a wizard now, but
He needs to pick up a dot or two and something to defend himself. Yes.
it'll be his pick. It's whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin and Pius can have, guy time, doing buddy stuff.
Buddy stuff. Vampire buddy drama. We'll have a nice, whatever kind of training montage it's going to be. We'll have to wait to depend on what Pious Society wants to train in. But we'll have a proper montage for it. No, like, cheapskate cutaways here.
But you want me to choose one now?
No, you don't
Oh
have to
no,
choose one now.
that's going to be for later.
Yeah, this is me in back of my mind as Alvin going, all right, I want my buddy to be safe. So, especially with this bullshit going on.
You just feel better if you had like some basic self-defense training of some kind, any kind.
Yeah, I got experience points. I could put a point in
Alas,
firearms.
session has begun.
No, well, yeah, but when session's done, I could put a point in something.
Indeed. This could be our training montage. What do you want to learn, buddy?
Firearms.
Done. I'll show you how to shoot while we do this.
Hey, you watching, Pius? Bam.
Ooh, shoot a dog, so that way. Wait, don't. Never mind. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
Look, man, I'm not trying to start a John Wick setup on us and Vampire. Please don't.
I was gonna try and convert an alley dog, so I have two rats, a dog, a bat. The bagel's just gonna be flooded with animals whenever Pie shows up.
Oh, goodness, you're gonna
Well,
really make
there's
the
a
cleaning crew
soft
hate you.
limit on how many you can have. That's mostly just because you have to pay them each a blood every month.
Even if the rats have baby, can you feed on animals?
Well, yes, but if you were talking about feeding on small animals like rats, you'd be absolutely draining them, and several of them at a time.
Of course, but with nibbles and squeakers going at it day by day,
You're just
there's.
going to eat their children.
Of course I am.
Jesus Christ. Let it all burn.
Dude, out of character, to be honest, that was one of my ideas in my head, to have like an endless stash, an unlimited stash of blood, is to breed mice and just feast on their kids.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this. I'm not sure if I've hinted at it strongly enough, but the Warrens are swimming in rodents.
Yeah, but I have to catch those ones.
It's not that hard. You have animals, and you can literally summon them to you.
Oh my god, I just imagine Pius just like laying on
Not
his
to mention
back.
obfuscating yourself around just to walk up on one and grab it.
Where's the nearest like park at? Like we can just summon deer, feed on deer.
The nearest park that might be close enough to the woods to have deer in it is a fair drive away.
All right. We're sticking to cats, dogs, and
I'll roll a 1 in 100 chance of there having been a werewolf in lupine form stalking that deer that chased after it, wondering why it went into the urban area.
There's werewolves in this game?
Oh, and
Yes,
changelings.
there are werewolves in this game.
And mages.
Just like there are mages in this game, just like there are changelings in this game, just like there are wraiths in this game, just like there are mummies in this game, just like there are. So I keep going.
I'm happy about this.
There's so many different worlds of, from my research.
The world of darkness is not a separate world where each of these things exist separately. It is one world of darkness, and they all exist in it.
Yep.
Interesting.
Also, you should know that the hyena shifters and the lion shifters, the hyena shifters will tell you that the Lion King was a lie, Simba was the bad one, that sort of thing.
Are there hybrids?
No.
All right.
Well, define hybrid.
Like, say, like a ghoul and a vampire, or like a vampire bites or converts like a, I don't know, like a zombie or something, like a zombie vampire.
No,
Even though
zombies
they're like
are
the same
animated
thing.
corpses. Zombies are animated corpses. They have no will of their own,
Okay.
and they're long past the time of potential embrace.
Like an unconscious, like shambling vampire that just like spreads vampirism, but it's like
No,
okay.
no, no, that's not a thing. If it ever seems like that's a thing, there's probably a mage involved. Hmm. Because mages are bullshit. In any case, I will assume everyone is just about ready.
Mm-hmm.
It is but a short while later that Alvin's phone begins to ring.
Oh. Oh, shit. Click.
Veldrik, you and yours are being called up. I'm going to give you a address. Be there no later than 45 minutes from now. Sooner is better. Look. Though you
Wait.
are given an address before he hangs up.
Got an address. All right, Lucy, lock up behind us. Don't let any strangers in, and yeah. I think Bruce and Melina are still here, right?
No, they left.
Right. Okay.
I just look at Alvin and go, "Who are you talking to?"
No, like that last little bit about like where Bruce and Melina were was out of character,
Oh, okay.
but Lucy's still here.
Indeed.
So basically, be
Though
a
she
good kid.
seems
You're going
unlikely to
to.
leave the basement given recent happenings and Olivia's behavior.
Yes. Yes.
What method
Yes.
of transport will you be taking to your destination? Alvin's car? Olivia's rented car?
Hey,
Take the
Olivia.
rental.
How
They would take
attached
the
are you to
rental.
that rental?
She looks at the rental, looks back at you. It's not my motorcycle, so I don't give a shit.
All right
Also,
then.
you were probably wearing Alvin's face when you rented it.
Oh shit!
Ah, damn.
So she
Forgot.
really doesn't care now. It's on your dime.
It definitely wasn't. You didn't have none of my shit for that. You just had my face.
You can always say it was a twin brother.
I don't know what this doppelganger bullshit is, but
Either way, you having a potentially expendable car here, you might as well use it.
right, man.
I love it.
Sadly, despite someone's request, it does not have rockets built into the hood.
Darn it.
The band hammer feels real bad, guys.
I can't wait till Pius can craft a far sight from Perfect Dark on the N64.
The fuck?
Oh yeah, just wait. That bad boy is
Right.
seeths through walls, has heat-seeking bullets.
Damn.
I'm just fine.
So the four of you presumably leave together in the rental vehicle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, the real question is who's got best drive?
I only have two.
I got one.
I have one.
Olivia might actually have us beat. Yeah, Olivia's got two drive. I've only got
Yay!
one.
Field trip
Oh,
time.
no, I have three drive. My bad.
Oh
Wow.
shit!
I forgot I bought one and then my scene gave me one.
Yeah,
Or
her,
Drift.
yeah.
I hate to say it, but maybe Olivia should try.
On it, Alvin.
It's just a mad woman who believes she's dreaming. Yes, she's the one that's going to be driving.
Sprints to the car, gets in and peels off, and we're just standing at the bagel watching her leave.
Since I
She makes a big old U-turn.
Like, fuck! Turns around, forgot you guys!
since I've got the address, I guess I'll take shotgun. Oh
I just
boy.
would get in and obfuscate.
Ashley will be behind driver.
The safest spot, Ashley.
No, it's just the perfect spot in case something happens. She can grab Olivia, make her do her thing, and drive properly.
Yeah.
She start freaking out, she can just reach up and be like, "It's okay, just keep going."
Just
Just
keep
keep
swimming.
driving, just keep driving, just keep driving, driving, driving.
That movie's not out yet.
That's true.
Damn. Facts. Onward to death and glory.
Preferably not final
Murder
death.
and mayhem awaits. The four of you arrive within 20 minutes of the phone call. Thankfully, traffic isn't too dense this time of night, and Belltown isn't too far removed from the university district. Your destination reveals itself to be nestled in an alley, though the entrance is blocked off currently by an unmarked black SUV with a man in a suit with a very notable Ankh tie pin waving your vehicle to an adjacent parking garage, which currently has all blockers removed and another similarly dressed individual manning the entrance, despite a closed sign hanging over the ticket window. There are a number of vehicles inside, but not nearly enough for a parking garage of this size this close to downtown. Clearly, it was made available specifically for tonight. Presumably, you find a place to park.
I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And I slide
I'm
that
hearing
baby
no
in.
objections from the Malkavian.
Oh, no. Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Excellent. Olivia has volunteered to be the blood bitch for everyone tonight.
Yes!
I'm just messing with you. We were just talking about parking.
Oh, I was actually gonna say she slides that bitch into that parallel parking like a professional
Bro.
driver. Can I make a roll for that?
I mean, it's a parking garage with plenty of empty spaces. You don't really need to make a roll. And
Okay,
there's no
that's
one around to be
true.
impressed.
Damn it. That's true.
Hmm.
All right, fair.
After exiting your vehicle, you are motioned back towards the alley, and eventually to down some stairs and onto what on a normal night would probably be a hole in the wall back alley bar. The type whose only marketing is word of mouth.
Scene change.
New image!
I like.
Let's see. Gathered in the room are a number of individuals, ghoul and kindred alike. 20 or more vampires, and about the same in ghouls, gathered in a relatively tense atmosphere. Some faces stick out to you easier. Waif, balancing haphazardly on a bar stool she keeps consistently tilted, just at the edge of falling over. Thomas with his coterie, Echo, Freddy, and PJ Hickerson. Donovan's in a corner, discussing something with Jackson Howell. Paul Armand and a girl you may not have met yet are speaking against the wall. Paul's body language and hand on the girl's shoulder implying something almost paternal. A child, perhaps? Either way. Apparently, at least for some of the anarchs here as well. Even spot another part of the room. The forms of the two members of Clan Giovanni currently here in the city. But they had said they would be here, so perhaps it shouldn't be surprising. Is there anyone you wish to speak with before things continue?
Echo, I need to know how her metamorphosis is going.
All right. Olivia starts walking in the direction of Thomas's coterie.
I'll join. Gotta thank him for the little care package.
Man, I
Let me
wish
just
Tobias
pop
was
up their
here.
pictures real quick.
Good. Put the little man on the front lines. Watch him just wreck house all these youngsters.
There are some Tremere present, but you don't spot the child vampire.
Tobias is just bummed out. He'll just go and stand in a corner.
Of course.
You're on a coming.
There's Thomas and where are we? Freddy.
Ooh, Freddy Steady.
PJ Hickerson, of course.
Man, he really wanted to talk about Shelby Woo.
And of course, the
How do I-
so-called Echo.
Echo. Come on. Why is it doing that?
Why is it doing what?
When I try to resize these down a little bit, they won't let go.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I've had that happen before. I don't know what exactly causes it and how to necessarily get it to stop happening.
the answer: roll 20 is shit.
Okay, here's Nick's plugin for Foundry.
I didn't say anything. I just said, roll 20 is crap.
Man,
We know what
Tobias
it
could
is.
actually
and
walk up to the second floor and stuff.
You're assuming I would make a detailed layout map where you could actually walk around.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
He doesn't love you that much.
Damn it.
That would require all sorts of extra prep.
He loves you in a different way. There, Bias. He gives you beautiful
I will have you
recaps.
know that most World of Darkness games I play in do not have all the different scene backgrounds I give you guys. Sheesh.
Oh, I know. That's why I said, his love comes in the form of great recaps and,
Yeah, the
captivate-
recaps are really awesome.
And Lynette.
captivating people images
And gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Lots
and
of
gifts.
Lots of gifts.
Lots of gifts. Yes, there's Steffi.
Huh?
You're saying, hey, Nick.
No, I just said yes.
Oh,
I don't want to talk to
You're
you.
that. You're not always on her thoughts.
damn.
Weird.
But hey, Andrew, you can't say I don't give you your flowers.
In any case, the four of you approach Thomas's coterie, and no one intercepts you in the meanwhile. The first one to see you is not Thomas, but Echo, who is facing your direction, and for a moment freezes up entirely when she sees a certain Malkavian,
Oh, Olivia's
which prompts
waving
Thomas
to
to
her.
glance in your direction.
Olivia's waving to her with a big smile and going, Echo!
You will note that Thomas's coterie is also wearing Kevlar and carrying more than a few implements of their own. At your calling out to her, Echo does the most Unbruhoth-like thing you've ever seen her do, which in this case is try and haphazardly find something of interest on the wall behind Thomas and kind of scooch over behind him just a bit.
Oh, that won't stop Olivia. Olivia's gonna wrap her arm around her shoulder and hug her and be like, "It's so great to see you. How's your metamorphosis going?"
Please let go of me.
Oh God, the poor girl's traumatized.
I give a look over Thomas and then look to the two girls and just shake my head with a grin.
Thomas will give a shrug and arms wide open with a questioning glance. Clearly, he's still confused about what he asked you about earlier tonight, which is to say, like, what happened between the two of them.
Yeah. Just accept my love. You don't have to keep rejecting it. It's okay to be open and vulnerable. I'm here for you.
I think my
Freddy looks like he's about to break out laughing, while as PJ Hickerson is kind of nodding along like you're preaching like the good word.
I Sorry, Thomas. It seems that my coterie member is trying to make her own harem.
No. Olivia
I
does it.
mean, this is the exact sort of frame of reference you usually use that word in relation to Alvin. It makes perfect sense for him to use that word here.
Olivia's gonna let go of Echo and be like, "Don't worry, you'll come around," and then wink at her and then go back to Alvin.
Ah, well, that was something. I
Yep,
see you got your hmm, supplies.
indeed. My thanks.
Well, you can thank me by making it through tonight alive and in one piece. Well, unalive and in one piece.
We survive another day. We'll be alright.
If we can all make it to sunrise just fine and somewhere far removed from the sun, I shall be quite grateful.
Any word on your end from the sheriff?
No, though what from what I do know, I believe we're going to be split up into teams, mostly brought down by our coteries for those of us new to the blood, and given a different point of attack with a different objective.
I hope they haven't forgot my terms and conditions when we gave them this information.
I don't know specifically about that, but I imagine that such concessions would undoubtedly be in the special objectives, so to speak.
Of course. I'm guessing that those that are kind of coordinating this effort are not currently available for speaking.
We got here about half an hour ago. I did see Victor, the sheriff, before he went into the back rooms with a few of the others, including Regent Steele.
Oh man, they're
He
probably
actually
performing
tried
arts
to
and
invite
crafts.
Waif back. He actually tried to invite Waif back there with him, but she just, well, she just stayed out here. She's still over there, probably listening to everything I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sure. Quite the perceptive one.
Hmm. It's a bit. You're a military man, Valderic. Have you ever actually been in combat?
Been in a few scraps here and there. Never seen active duty, but I can say I've at least been in a couple active situations.
Well, it's more than me. It's one thing to be planning for such an occurrence. It's another thing entirely to be right there, right before it, and staring down into things.
Albert's just gonna kind of look to him, to Thomas's coterie, to his own coterie, nod. It's not a fun place to be when you're stuck in the middle of things, but keep a level head, keep your eyes out on your allies, and keep your eyes out for danger. Especially with the new breed of things that we're dealing with. You all have an idea of your unique talents. Assume that those on the other side can do just the same, if not worse.
With luck, though, what I've heard of the sheriff's plan will work. And we should hopefully be stuck just dealing with the riffraff, the those about as inexperienced as the worst of our own.
We'll
I'm
see.
sure he'll rehash that plan soon. Well, whenever he gets out.
Alvin nods. Looks to Olivia and
Meanwhile,
Ashley, who are directly nearby.
A- Olivia now has a PJ Hickerson hanging off her shoulder, just going on about spitting the truth and loving who you are, and a bunch of other vaguely hippie, vaguely neo, something else stuff just mixed together.
Olivia's probably nodding along, like, yeah, exactly. That's what I keep trying to tell Echo.
And then if anyone tells you otherwise, you just gotta like Like, sprout out them claws and show them your love in a different way. An intimate way, a bloody way, but last resort, last resort.
There we go. There we go. Oh, but I don't want a claw. Well, not Echo, at least.
Oh, no, no, no.
I need to see her turn into a beautiful butterfly.
I always felt she needed to go through a metamorphosis, but butterfly, that was never what I was thinking she was going to reach.
Oh, yeah. Like, she woke up with me and my sire, and we were cuddling her in her cocoon, and she shedded off her cocoon, and now she's going to turn into a butterfly soon. She's going to be a really great woman.
EJ Higgerson, who was already right next to you, is looking at you completely slack-jawed, whereas Freddy, who was across the bit from you but was clearly listening in, is just holding a hand over his face, trying not to break down in laughter while eyeing Echo, who looks like she wants to die. Like, literally, sunrise weeping now.
Does Olivia pick up on Echo's, like, mortification?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
She's gonna go over
It's
there and like,
not...
oh, don't worry, Echo. It's not scary. I'll be right with you. And she puts her hands on both her cheeks. Like, I'll be right with you every step of the way. Just gazing into her eyes.
In the arms of the devil.
Oh my god.
Mm. The flare of that Bruja potence, and she yanks herself away from your grip.
Well,
man, that's a wasted blood point.
well, you know,
Oh.
we can't all be ready, but remember, I'm here for you, sister. Olivia's gonna bound back over to.
No, she nopes out of that corner and across the room to literally any other conversation.
Bye, Echo. Much love. But Olivia's gonna go to Ashley and lace her arm with hers
So funny.
in comfort.
Ashley's just gonna continue just standing there staring off.
Aww.
Large room, a lot of people.
Well, Olivia's gonna tilt her head onto your shoulder. And then let the non-crazy people talk.
Amazing.
It's not long into this affair, with how much attention that Olivia's exuberance drew to this corner of the room, that Ashley will absolutely feel those eyes on the back of her head. It's one thing to know that he can't do anything to touch you here, not while there's so many people, but it's not exactly comfortable.
She's gonna stare back at him.
Is everything okay, Ashley?
Yeah.
Ashley is currently in a staring contest with a man that looks like he wishes her dead, but at the same time not.
Does Pius notice this?
If you're paying attention to the two girls, yes.
Well, yeah, Pius is probably
Let's-
just like scanning his friends, but
Let's all have a staring contest with him.
okay,
One,
Pius would walk
two.
up to Ashley and put his hands on her, put a hand on his shoulder and squeeze and say, "Not now." Since Pius was involved with that whole ritual thing, he kind of has a clue on what's going on.
Ashley will, as she's still staring, be like, "Oh, definitely not now. Soon, though."
And he will let go of the squeeze and just stare back off again.
I'm gonna have a staring contest with him.
Eventually, it is only Olivia left staring at him. which leads to more than one unusual circumstance.
And I don't have to blink.
No, you don't. Neither does he.
Damn it. She's just gonna yell out, "Blink, motherfucker!" No. No, she wouldn't do that. Maybe she would. I don't know.
I was about to ask, and are you sure? But perhaps a better thing to do would be to go ahead and jump ahead. Unless
Yeah.
there's something the rest of you want to say to one of the others.
Yeah, no. She wouldn't do that for real. In fact, she's probably gonna turn her attention back to what's happening with her coterie.
Let me see here.
How to get Echo to like me.
Not going near that can of worms. Not too long of a while later, a towering form of Victor enters the room from the back, accompanied by another allotment of ghouls and a few more assorted kindred. Almost surprising how many are here tonight. I see everyone has made it. Good. Gather round, and we'll lay out the plan. Several of the bar's limited tables have been pressed together in one part of the room, where one of the ghouls following Victor is quick to unfold a large map focusing on the portion of the city you will be operating in. The sword fuckers, those that, like how you say, pegging, are holed up in the old industrial warehouse. The area contains many such buildings, either awaiting remodeling or condemning of the demolition. The Sabbat have taken this building specifically. We expect to encounter some form of patrols or perimeter scouts in the surrounding area. To be safe, expect imminent combat from the moment we depart. You will be split into groups, taking into account those you are already acquainted with if possible, with individual objectives. Our goal is to come in from as many directions as possible to limit potential escapees. Most of our more experienced, especially those whose faces any survivors from 5 years ago among the enemy will recognize. We'll be concentrated here and here, the largest, most obvious angles of attack. We'll begin our movements a minute or two ahead of the rest of you, hopefully drawing their attention. Do not worry overly much about the police or the masquerade. Former will know better than to interfere, and we will have measures in place to prevent hapless mortal trespassers. I've prepared orders for those leading our numbers, with assigned spots, angles of attack, and relevant side objectives that may affect our overall success. Take a moment to read them over, talk as you must, and perform your last readiness checks. We live in 15 minutes. Be sure to have any questions asked by then. From this point forward, no one gets to back out. Those last stern words, the ghouls around him begin handing out envelopes to various people. One of them does come to Alvin. Congratulations, Alvin. You have another thing to read.
No.
Perhaps if you hadn't been such a bitch about it, I would have been volunteering to read this one for you.
What
no,
voice do I put
no.
for this one?
Let me know when you've got one selected, and then I'll pop up the thingy.
Give me the thing.
Okay.
Wow, Drake, you and yours will be called as Team 11 for this operation. To keep things simple, point 11 is where you expect to begin your approach from. Prince Wood seems to believe in expecting great things from you and has granted your request at our last meeting. Your primary objective, beyond covering your point of entrance from potential escapees and patrols, is to breach the northern back entrance to the Sabat's headquarters, the door nearest to the entrance to their basement, where it is believed they are securing their cattle and would be blood slaves. Advance with the goal of securing this spot in mind. You might meet up and merge with the others that have been made it that far. Do not count on it. In the event of success, the one named Halsey, shall be yours to deal with, provided she has not been made into a blood doll or shook ghoul yet. Every team leader is being given a radio, and they are already set to the appropriate frequency. It is important to remember the following phrases. They should always be prefaced with your team's identification. Blood tide, objective achieved, sanguine, assistance requested, mistfall, you are being forced to withdraw, and sunrise, imminent failure and final death expected. End of message.
You know what this means, though, right?
What?
That I have your exacting authorization to be as ridiculous with Dolgus whenever he is made to do anything in Giant Slayer going forward.
Oh, 1000%. Tit for tat, my guy. Flex them pipes. Let me hear the accents come out.
Dolgus only needs one accent, and that's Dolgus.
Dude, I love the Dolgus voice, so I'm
different
fine with it.
levels of volumes.
Oh, that's not even a complaint for me. Dolgus's accent and like setup is awesome. What I really miss is Old Man Aeneas.
Who is at least 2 parts out of 3 frickin' Dumbledore from Harry Potter Puppet Pals. That's where
Anywho,
I got the inspiration for his voice, anyway.
nice. Yeah, so we have our mission. We get to secure an entrance, people.
Yay.
You are also, of course, given the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Pius, since you are our stealth operative and our scout, would you like to handle the radio?
Sure.
yes, give the man that may or may not be sneaking about and obfuscate ahead of you the radio that could be giving away his location.
Hmm.
I mean, he could turn it off during. I don't know.
You wouldn't want to turn it off.
True.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
As you are discussing this, Alvin, at the very least, will be approached again by one Thomas. After all, harem members and all that.
Gonna kill this kid just so that way he's no longer part of the harem.
Well, remember, it's not his fault. It's Olivia's. She's the one that made it a harem.
Anywho, I'm going to place a guess that he has letter 12.
How'd you guess?
Because we got to this before he did, and therefore, he got on this shortly thereafter. It also means that he probably has another entrance not too far away, and if any backup were to transpire, then it would probably be his party that would be the closest to our rendezvous.
Oh, right, I forgot to add it in after I edited it, but there would be an addition to that letter that says that any assistances, you already calls for assistance, should only be heeded if they are in one of the adjacent slots to you.
Yep. which would probably be Thomas and one
Or,
other distinct
yeah,
individual,
yep.
which I
Or
would
if
place my guess is probably Wave.
or if you are a member of the dedicated backup relief team or whatever it's going to be called,
Mhm.
which may or may not include Wave. We'll see. If you ever end up actually needing it, maybe you'll find out who's on it.
So Thomas walks up.
Ah, Aldrich, what number did you get? We got 12. I can't imagine we'd be far apart given when we signed up.
11.
Wonderful. Well, hopefully we won't need it, but if we do, well, we'll do our best to help you out.
Likewise. I doubt that Olivia would ever want something horrible to happen to poor old Echo over there.
I just typed something in the chat, actually.
Oh.
Perfect timing.
I didn't even know you were gonna say that.
Either way, once tonight is done with, tonight will be done with, and I'm rather eager to actually get it started and over with. And if we're all fortunate, nice spot on the back foot.
Dude, keep in mind this is likely one battle amidst the grander war, so don't think that this one instance is going to be the last.
No, no. I've been checking around about previous engagements and ongoing wars for a city with the Sabbat in the past, of which there are many, many accounts. About the best we can possibly hope for and expect is to force them more towards the outskirts and away from the heart of the city, which is the more premium territory.
Mhm.
If we do well enough and cut down their numbers enough, they may even be forced to take shelter in the more towards the edges of the suburbs, which is dangerous.
I will flag down Pius so that way he's with the group so like he can get the down low on what's going on.
Mhm.
Because I know he was corner keeping.
Yeah.
Corner keeping. The corner keeping. The keeper of corners. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So if not Pius for the radio because he's scout and we don't want him to have super noise box on him. Ashley then? Considering faster and like while she can do melee, probably should like hang back a little.
And use her powers.
Yeah.
She's got a couple things that she can do with her powers, but not a lot of battle stuff.
No, that's fine. I fully expect that Alvin will probably be tanking the encounter as much as possible. So you three can do your thing, be it shooting them in the head or be it you know, sneaking around casting spells.
I'm gonna pop a couple things in. Paste.
I'm actually kind of curious, Pius, can you see through the eyes of your little rats and stuff?
Uh, I'm not sure.
Be cool.
I know they can like sometimes bring some information to you, but wasn't sure exactly like how much you got from them at this point.
I don't think I can see through their eyes. I don't think that's how that works.
Okay. Because I figure if we're securing an entrance, we might be able to send some mice down below, mice or rats down below, and like get an idea of what's like just on the other side of a door?
Now, yeah,
Not quite.
I can send them off, and then they can come back and tell me.
Okay. Because like that way you're not personally at risk. And like, while I know you would be devastated to lose Nibbles or Squeakers, like it is indeed a safer bet.
I can also use my Auspex to see if there's any auras
Probably a decent idea to have
and
at least a
heightened
couple of those going.
heightened
Yeah,
senses.
I
In
have
fact,
both of those, so yeah, I could help with that.
yeah. I was just gonna say I think you have level 2 of Auspex.
Yep, I have heighten and aura.
Cool.
No, whatever gives us a decent shot at finding problems before they become problems and then being able to neutralize them quickly.
Copy and paste.
Do remember, Pius, that due to our generation, you can actually, in a pinch, spend up to 3 blood points to like juice one of your stats.
Yeah, like if I need to use like strength or something.
Right. And that I think lasts for a scene. So
It
like if
does.
if we're in the thick of combat, like and you feel like you need to like bust someone's, jaw open or something. Definitely a nice back pocket item. Because I know we haven't done combat since the butcher.
Am I hearing Daniel in the background?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like he's laughing at something.
He's
Hmm.
playing a game himself.
And he didn't invite us. Oh well.
I know, right?
Don't
I'm gonna talk to him about that.
don't worry. We'll have Path of Exile on December 6th.
Assuming we all bought in for early access, and I know I didn't.
Anywho.
In any case, yes.
While you were away, we figured we should probably give the radio to Ashley since she's our resident caster.
Ooh. Just send Ashley in fully. She's loaded.
Owies.
What, she casts
We
like
shall.
17 buff spells and is like a walking like gauntlet of
Mm,
just different weapons.
No, not
no,
quite.
no. Buffs. We're not playing mage. In any case, the time does eventually come where Victor gives unless anyone has questions for Victor, the command for everyone to move out to their assigned locations.
I'm gonna poke Waif and see what her role in this is gonna be.
One moment. Please hold. Yeah, what you want?
Just curious as to what part you're playing in all this tonight. Didn't seem like something you'd necessarily want to jump in on.
I hate Sabat fuckers. Also, Team 2. Which
Okay.
means we're kicking open the second most obvious entrance, and because most of them remember, at least the ones that were here 5 years ago, remember the tiny terror of what they call me. Jeez, why do they have to reference the short bit? But yes, they remember me, so they'll be afraid or like at least throw more people at me. So attention drawing, I guess.
Fair enough.
Just means I get to feed more of them their fangs.
Make it through to sunrise. Kind of gives a smile and heads on off.
That should be my words to you. Oh, And I want bagels when this is done. Tomorrow night.
Sure thing.
Yes, well, there is a rescue team. Waif is not on it. After all, Victor has the most obvious and recognizable targets in the two teams leading the assault.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Olivia. I'm good for game.
Carl looks alongside her coterie members as they make their way to their destination. So everyone is heading out to the destination then.
Yep.
Excellent. Let me X out all these windows I got open. Mm-hmm. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll go with this one. Change of pace.
Hmm.
Mm.
The alley background I used for Olivia's nightmare. Seems fitting.
Oh, yeah.
I will, however, quiet down the music just a tad. When the time comes, you find yourselves in position for what is to come. There is some light ambient chatter over the radio before someone tells everyone to cool it. Your particular point is yet another wet alley in a city chock full of them. You are a few blocks north of your goal, and while the enemy isn't expected to have eyes or perimeter this far out, for some of you, this is the first time you will be entering actual combat. Not a potentially one-off brawl like the Butcher, but something that could, depending on how it goes, see something far more dangerous involved. And while your hearts may no longer beat and you don't have to breathe, pre-combat jitters are a well-known thing. How are each of you feeling?
Pius is ready for it.
I think
Ice is cool, collected, ready. Or
Oh,
at least on the surface it appears that way. Olivia.
I feel like right now Olivia's not feeling it, like feeling the um im not importance, but basically
Feels like she's in a dream again.
pretty much I don't think it's going to hit her until it starts actually happening.
Yes, besides, why should it? There are far more important things to consider, like beautiful echo butterflies.
Yep.
Ashley. How's Ashley feel?
Nervous. She's experienced with, like high school fights, but not this kind of level.
Hmm. And, of course, no Connor to bail you out.
Hmm.
Alvin. How's Alvin feeling?
He's not. Just checking on the rest of the crew to make sure they've got what they need and are ready in position.
Making sure that Olivia's shotgun has the safety turned off, presumably.
She knows how to operate a firearm. I don't have to show her that. Now, I
Hmm.
do have to demonstrate to Pius how one handles a shotgun versus a pistol. And so I'm kind of going over a little bit of that quietly, explaining the different elements that has actually got to be paid attention to. Because there's the obvious stuff, but then there is the safety that has to be, switched off.
Well then, any pep talks or pre-battle speeches from Alvin?
I already gave mine earlier.
Very well. A few moments later, the radio suddenly cuts into audio. Team 1, beginning attack. Anyone other than Team 2, begin your advance in 1 minute. We'll send Buzz. A moment, both all too short and quite terribly too long, and a buzz of static comes over the radio. It's time to move out. Sorry, my eyes are glued to whatever Olivia is typing.
Oh, sorry.
Pious
you're
would obfuscate.
Suddenly, there's only 3 of you. Clearly, the bot already took one of you out.
Oh my god, I can't type.
But luckily
You
we've got
guys know what I'm saying.
yeah, but luckily we've got 2 people who have the ability to see him in his obfuscate.
Well, one of you.
Oh, is that a 3-dot skill?
Well, no, the minimum dots of aspects you need to see into someone's obfuscate or pierce similar illusions must at the very least match the originator of the effect. So in Pius' case, he has 3 dots of obfuscate, while Ashley only has 2 dots of aspects.
I
Therefore,
see.
Ashley cannot see Pius.
Nope, fair enough. We at least have somebody who can see him, which is the good thing.
Mm-hmm. Olivia can, yes. If she makes her roll, that is. Would Olivia like to make the roll to see Pius?
Yeah. And that's am I rolling for perception?
One
Like a
moment. Seeing the unseen. Hmm. You need to make a perception and awareness roll.
okay.
Difficulty 7 minus the number of dots by which your aspect exceeds his obfuscate. You have aspects 5 versus his obfuscate 3, so it's difficulty 5 for you. Perception
So
and awareness, difficulty 5.
perception awareness.
Got
Yeah,
him.
you see him. He can't hide from you. It's kind of silly to think he can hide from you.
So at least we got eyes on Pius.
Yeah. But he can still do
One
his
pair of
job.
eyes that may or may not switch away to look at something more butterfly related.
Fair.
Nah. She's got knots in her stomach right now, so we
Hey,
gotta
if
settle
she
him.
sees Echo, those are butterflies at that point.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, they're not knots. They're just like tightly woven, like, freaking well, freaking I'm forgetting the words, but the caterpillar pods, those
Yeah.
things,
Cocoon.
cocoons. Thank you.
That's
Kill
actually a good
goofballs.
descriptor for that.
Then I'm going to assume your silence is that everyone is ready to move on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to your objective, you're not immediately met with resistance, as you might expect, though your tension skyrockets, or perhaps breaks, as the sound of a lone gunshot kicks off sounds of violence erupting sporadically, both near and far. Of all the sounds you may or may not be hearing just yet, depending on your individual aspect capabilities, gunshots are by far and away the most normal of what you're hearing. Animalistic howls and shrieks and the clanging and smashing of heavy things, or into heavy things, is just as prevalent. You continue forward, making your way from one alley to the next, trying to minimize your visibility along your path to your ultimate objective. But eventually, you, even you can advance no farther when there is still something in front of you. It's just one, seeming to be by themselves, but it's the first contact you've had with the enemy. Or at least you definitely don't recognize them from the people you were with. An old, almost feral looking vampire, a blood crazed look in their eyes, stands ahead of you. By their features and demeanor, you might even have registered them as homeless before all this began. Perhaps one of the people that went missing that wasn't even reported. A shovelhead, his fate seems to have been. The mass embraced shock troops of the Sabbat.
Mm.
Although this one isn't exactly with company. Any company
Hmm.
that's apparent, anyway. Seems to be staggering around, looking around at his surroundings. Again, that blood-crazed look in his eye. But his eyes do meet yours not long after. So we will go to our first combat since the butcher. Isn't that lovely? Now, how the fuck do I do an initiative tracker?
Do you have the ability to bring it up?
Oh, there's a turn order button.
Yep. Now, in combat. No, actually,
I
in
think it's in
dice.
dice.
Yeah.
In dice,
There,
there is an initiative thing, yes.
yes. So
There. Okay.
initiative last time was set to dexterity wits. If I have celerity, does celerity increase
You have
that?
the initiative, and initiative is basically a 1d10 plus your dexterity and your wits. I
Right,
believe
but
your celerity does add itself as a modifier, of like an extra +2 on that. Not as a dice modifier because you're only rolling one die, but as like count, it's like dexterity because it's dex acts with the dexterity towards your total modifier.
because do we have tokens?
You do not.
Okay, then I'm gonna test something because dexterity 2, I have celerity 2, and then I have wits 4, so this should be 8. So basically a d10 plus 8.
Mhm. Or you could hit the initiative dice roller, which should be
I
fine.
did. So 8 plus 8.
Hmm.
Nice. Did not,
Now,
however, add me to the
how do I
tracker.
add things to the initiative though?
That is why I was curious if you had tokens.
What's the
Oh,
difficulty?
I hit a button and it sorted it off from your last thingy. I don't know how to deal with that.
Okay, let me try this. I'm going to click on my token, and then I'm going to roll again, and now I'm added. So I got the same thing
How do I
twice.
remove things from the freaking thing?
Uh, so for that, as a game master, let me go ahead and pull up one of mine. Because it's been a minute since I've used Roll20.
Sorry, I should have considered taking a time to figure out how this works.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Anna had a question in the chat.
Oh, sorry, I was.
No, you're
Yes,
okay.
yes, you can because it doesn't require an action. Would you like
Uh,
to?
so there is a in the turn order there is a gear with between the arrows at the bottom. If
Hmm.
you click on that, it'll bring up the turn order settings. You can remove all turns.
Yep, and then I hit add custom item for Alvin and add a custom item for. Okay, yeah, I get this. Yeah.
But yeah, effectively, we can just drag our pictures over to the thing, click our character sheet while selecting our picture, and it will roll the value for you, so you don't have to edit or change anything.
Oh, so I didn't need to add all those custom
Correct.
labels.
So, everybody, if you want to go to your tab in the player section, click and drag your character from the. Yep, there we go, like that. And that should make a picture for your character that you can select.
Let me look up the thing that Ashley wants to do real quick.
Mm-hmm. So you just the letters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Alrighty, we will be making the usual roll for thaumaturgy, which is a willpower roll. This is a tier one. This is a first stop power, so difficulty is 4. So roll permanent willpower, difficulty 4.
Hold on. My computer's freaking out.
It's not letting me
Mm,
drag my thing out.
There you
Uh,
go.
so Are you clicking on the letters of your name? Because you click that and then drag it over.
I don't know why it's that picture, but whatever.
Huh. Yeah, that'll probably need to be
There we
edited
go.
in the token option of your character sheet by
It's
Andrew.
fine. It's just a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, but it didn't.
It doesn't seem like theirs are appearing in the turn order.
In your guys' character sheets, because Ashley hasn't rolled yet, and that was Olivia who does not have her picture on the board yet.
No, I'm getting to it.
You're okay.
I
You're all
didn't do
right.
the token, but I have to go through my laptop first because that's what it's on, not my
Fair.
desktop.
All right. What am I? Where's the thing I need to click on? Because I have no idea. I'm lost.
Okay.
Permanent for you, Ashley. It's currently the permanent willpower up at the
The
top of the dice
7.
pools.
Okay. And then did
You
you?
need difficulty 3. Click roll, but also set it. But ask for difficulty. So let it
Oh, it did not
be
ask for
3.
anything.
Oh well, so I think you actually need to put that might have to be the number you're supposed to put into the bar. That's my bad.
Nope.
But either way, difficulty 3. So yeah, you succeed. You succeeded by a lot, but we have to take away the 2 2. So you definitely get 5 successes
Okay. Now I need
for
to do my
the power in
initiative.
question.
How do you roll for initiative?
So you'll click on your token, and then in your character sheet, in the dice tab, if you scroll down below main dice pools, there's the initiative area. It should be attribute dexterity, attribute wits, and then you can just click roll. Just make sure that it says add to tracker on it, and you have your token selected.
Okay. So now that I've done that, does that
The
change
dexterity and wits
Mm-hmm.
change
and
anything on my
difficulty 6.
initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what was that, Anna?
So now that I've done that, does that do anything to my initiative, or should I? Am I good?
You can put all those points. You have 5 points. You can either add them on a wits related roll, or you can choose to put them all onto your initiative roll here.
Okay. I'm gonna hold that. Just want to make sure though.
Okay.
Yep, now this is being stupid. Why all of a sudden
Wonderful.
now my sheet does not want to even pop up the information?
I think I did the token dragging for Olivia.
And I do have. I'm going to switch to my laptop real quick because I think my desktop hates me. Which won't take long because it'll just get me right in the game. Just do it this way. Yeah, I don't think it's adding me to the tracker.
That's weird. I did drag out your token. Do they need to have the token selected, Nick?
Yes.
Try clicking on your token and then doing it.
Okay.
And you can always change the value to your first roll.
Yeah.
Now, as to why their tokens don't have
Actually, it won't let me click on it. I think because
It might be because I dragged it out there. In that case, go ahead and I guess you drag it out there then.
okay. Hold on, I gotta redo this. There you go. God, man.
And just click and hold on the name part of the thing and drag it out onto the page.
Gotta go. Did it not get dragged out? Damn it. It's not letting me drag it out. What the fuck?
Which part are you currently holding down on?
Um, just the left mouse button.
Okay, well, basically, if it's working right, you should be able to hover over your name in the handout section, let the text turn from white to blue, and then you can just click and hold down and drag it out onto the map.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Got it.
Hmm.
There. Now it added
Don't
me.
worry, your initiative will be 13 regardless.
Now we get it.
Oh,
I
good.
just need to be.
We haven't done this in ages, so.
I know, but still.
Alrighty. How do I sort initiative? There's a good question. All right, hit that button up there.
Yes.
Oop. Now I just need to roll for the Mr. Unknown, see where he ends up. And to do that, roll down.
Whoop.
Lovely. Lovely stuff, really. There we go. I'm going to custom edit that so Ashley goes before the other guy. If I can, that is. There we go. Which means we are finally ready to begin. It only took us 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. It's a good thing I have this labeled as the combat tutorial second time around. Now, while I don't intend for us to use our tokens here as actual markers of where things are, let's do a little bit of a general headspace. They can be up here ahead, and y'all are somewhere back down here. So I guess set yourself up in at least in order to represent what order y'all are traveling in.
I'm on the crates.
Uh,
Yeah.
If I was going to actually place it where you would be based on this picture, it'd be really impossible because we're not looking top down. We're looking straight ahead. Y'all would all basically be sharing the same space.
Oh shit.
I mean,
Um.
if, like, Pius is taking the forefront because he is our scout, like, taking a look at things, Alvin would probably be the one who's, like, next closest to the front, just to make sure, like, the girls are, kind of in the back, able to be, like, warded off. Like,
Hmm.
this shovelhead's not
Which,
getting to them before it gets to me.
mhm. Yep, and since he can't see Pius, you are absolutely going to be the first one he sees. Now, as a reminder for how things work in World of Darkness Initiative, first we declare actions, but we do so in reverse order with the person lowest on initiative declaring, and then we're working their way up to the top, and then the top person's action going first. This allows people that have a higher initiative rating to potentially interrupt the actions of those beneath them. It is a bit clunky, but it is how it works. Which means, what is Pius planning on doing in this round?
He's going to ready nibbles and squeakers to go for the eyes once the opportune happens.
Plan to risk your newfound animal ghouls in the first immediate combat?
Yes.
Very well. We'll figure that out if we get to it. The unknown is looking to charge anything that might have blood, which in this case is Alvin as the closest, and engage. Actually, no, he's got something else he's going to do. Instead, he is going to prepare to engage Alvin, but is going to be doing something to prepare for that first, namely channeling the last dredges of his blood into turning his hands into claws. Ashley, what is Ashley going to do?
Ashley's gonna prepare to use Theft of Vita. 'Cause- 'Vita. 'Cause- 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 '
That works out. That will be great for y'all.
This one.
Olivia. What is Olivia going to do?
I'm going to ready my pistol.
Olivia is readying the pistol over the shotgun. Understood. Alvin, what is Alvin going to do?
I mean, the shotgun is a close range, buckshot, like, burst. Question is are we trying to keep this one a little quieter? Don't
Well,
necessarily,
sounds of active combat are already raging around you
so we don't
in
really have to
various
worry about
instances.
that too much. Yeah, then I guess I'll start with the shotgun, considering that. Well, actually, is there a penalty if he decides to close?
Potentially, but your shot will get off before he can close.
Fair enough. Then yeah, no, I'll stick with the buckshot and be aiming for the head.
Excellent. In which case, we start off with Alvin. Make your firearms roll, dexterity firearms, obviously with your dexterity penalty involved. So either put that on as a -1 modifier or go up to where it says boost in your stats and set yourself to a -1 there.
Why do I have a penalty?
Armor.
Right, right. So dice. Firearm to shoot is dexterity
Dex firearm.
firearms.
Mhm.
Modifier is -1. Wounds penalties, yes, but I don't have any wounds. Difficulty is 6.
8. You're targeting the head.
Yes. All right. Bu- 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 because this is a dexterity based thing, that would be celerity.
You will get to add your celerity as a modifier, yes, or as under the discipline table. As long make
Uh,
sure you have it matched to whichever number celerity is. I think celerity is at number 4 on your discipline list, so should be discipline 4.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I remember to add celerity to things. So, discipline 4. All right. I think we're ready. Boom, headshot. Three,
Wonderful. You make a
three
successful
successes.
headshot. In fact, you have 2 extra successes that you can add to the damage roll. So your damage
And
roll will be set to basically nothing, like no attribute, no skill, no whatever. But
and
you'll have on the modifiers a total of for this one 10. 8 from the base firearm and 2 from that.
okay, you're gonna have to walk me through. So it's 10 damage then.
10 damage dice.
10 damage dice. Okay, so I'm just basically
8
rolling.
from the base shotgun and 2 from the extra successes on the attack roll.
Okay, so I'm just rolling flat d10s then.
Yeah, effectively. And he did successfully shoot him in the head, so this combat may actually be over much quicker than I anticipated it being. But this was the tutorial to get us into the swing of things, so we'll see. And there are plenty of shovelheads.
Oh, actually, no. Yeah. Oh, I see what I did. Oops. So we got 8, 8, 8, 9.
I
Total.
count 4 damage successes. The
But
3
there is a
8s and the
nat one in
9.
there.
Hmm. Yeah, but
So,
my games have always been somewhat iffy on whether or not that applies to damage rolls.
gotcha. So 4.
Mm-hmm. 4, which means it's time for him to soak, which in this case is stamina, plus, since he has it, or at least a dot of it, fortitude.
Wow.
I'm sad to say that your shot clicks him full in the head, but I guess by some happenstance of his physiology, he shrugs it off. I guess we will actually get to proceed forward. Maybe. Olivia, you take an aim action with your pistol. Ashley, you attempt to strip him of the last of his vitae.
Mm-hmm.
If you strip him of enough of it, he won't be able to do the claws. Permanent willpower and difficulty, it's the fourth one, so difficulty 7. Make sure to have the number above the roll thingy. Set the 7. I think that's the difficulty.
Yeah, it's at 7, so I roll.
Hmm. Well, one does negate one of the successes, but you still get 2 successes. So you strip him of 2 of his blood. You had to spend a blood point to activate the power, as it's thaumaturgy, but you get 2 back, so you're up by 1.
Yay.
Congratulations. And sadly, I'm gonna make a sad face here. Frickin', took the last of his blood, so he's not gonna be able to make claws at you. Darn. I'll have to wait till later to claw one of you up. Look of frustration passes across his blood-starved face as he becomes even more starved as you rip the blood bodily out of him. It streams through the air until it meets with your own form, merging beneath your skin to become one with your own vitae. A rather startling and masquerade-defying scene.
Perfect time to use it.
We were told not to worry about the masquerade, so yeah.
Yeah. That was the case, yes. As for him, his new action will, I guess, be to come to grips, but he can't really have much time to think to himself. After all, he is now definitely blood-starved and is seeking out the nearest source of blood, which in this case is Alvin. So he will rush at Alvin and attempt, potentially, to attack him. But that will be on his next turn because, well, he had his actions interrupted, and that does weird things. So, Alvin, you have a mess of a man in front of you. Pius, it is your turn. What was it you were doing again?
I was waiting to see if there was like a moment, like if he was going to lunge at Alvin or anyone to send Squeakers and Nibbles to attack his eyes.
Hmm. Well, the sad thing is, your action does take place after his, so you can't really respond to that, but you can go ahead and take your action. I imagine you're going to, at the very least, be moving up closer, perhaps.
I don't want to risk being seen yet.
Alrighty then. Speaker's nibbles in hand, you stay where you are. Which brings us to round 2. Pius. What's Pius going to do?
I'm going to send Nibbles and Squeakers to Alvin's shoulders and command them to lunge at the eyes of the enemy that tried to attack Alvin.
We really need to figure out the dice pools for these things. Oh well.
Would this not be some sort of animal handling check? Maybe with.
They each have their own dice pools for attacking, is the thing.
Oh, yeah, no. For them, it would still probably be like, minor, dexterity and then, some sort of sneakery.
Indeed.
I don't know. Rats sound like dirty tactics. No damage, but blind.
Whereas for the unknown individual, we'll be trying to land a clinch maneuver on Alvin in hopes of sinking his fangs into him next turn. Ashley, what will Ashley do this turn?
Ashley's going to try and lunge forward with her machete and hit the unknown.
Fair enough. What will Olivia try to do?
Take a shot at him.
Take a shot at him with your pistol. Understood. What will Alvin be doing?
Are there penalties for point blank shooting?
I'd have to check.
Because otherwise, I basically just kind of want to sidestep this guy.
Weapons are considered range. I see penalties for long range shooting. I don't see penalties for point blank shooting.
This is a 20-foot range shotgun, so I figured,
Keep in
click,
mind
click.
that that's not feet, that's in meters/yards.
Right. Point is, close range, sidestep, put it up to his head, and then let's go again.
Indeed. Well, in that case, the turn starts, and it is, in fact, your roll. So, sidestep.
Single
You succeed
success.
in hitting him.
So 8.
Just 8 dice this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way. Shotgun. There is no attribute. There is no that. Put all that, and then difficulty is still 8 on damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Boom, boom.
No, difficulty is 6 on damage.
Ah, okay. Had to double check.
Hmm.
So, yeah. No attribute, no ability, no discipline, just modifiers. Shotgun. 2 successes.
2 lethal
Although it
damage,
is.
unless he's...
No, it's 4. Because there's 2 nat ones in there.
Ah. 4 indeed.
Hey,
Nope.
3 wounds. No, 2. 2 wounds.
2.
Unless
And
ends don't care.
yep, it's lethal, because not instead of bashing, so it doesn't get halved.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, he is down. He does take 2 bruised, and he is currently at a wound penalty. Excellent. Which brings us to really, really, butt crack dust, huh?
Maybe.
Well, butt crack dust, take your shot.
No. Am I putting anything for attributes abilities?
Well, yes, you're doing the normal. You're doing the normal shot, which is dexterities plus firearms.
All right, and then um
Difficulty 6, since you did not specify you were aiming for the head.
oh, yeah. Oh. Well, that's shit.
Yep, you miss, but you thankfully do not botch. If you had been aiming for the head, that would have been a botch.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. You're in combat, and you're kind of jittery, and the guy's moving around like crazy, and so is Alvin. Why can't they just stand there and let you hit them? It's clearly their fault. Ashley, time to rush forward with the machete.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
What?
That was light pistol damage, not not a freaking not an actual firearms dexterity roll.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Did I? Oh, I did. Oh, I see what I did.
Actually, I'm seeing. Wait, I'm actually not seeing the. Some of your text is like not showing up for me unless I like drag over it for some reason. I'm not seeing the attribute plus ability plus discipline, whatever. But when I drag over it, I do.
Probably
It's
because you're
kind
in
of
dark
weird.
mode. Turn
How do
off.
I turn off of dark mode?
Good question. I think it's over in the side, on the side panel. Yeah, side panel, the 3 lines on the left.
3 lines on the left.
Yeah,
What?
up left top corner says settings, 3 lines. There's like an arrow, a hand, a brush, a text.
Ah, there we are. Yes.
Now you can
Oh
see
my
it.
gosh, it blinds me. It blinds. Okay, never mind. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, you actually had all the dice modifiers set properly the first time, so I do have to take that first roll. I just couldn't see because I was blind.
No, you're
That's my
fine.
bad. Hmm. Any case. Yes, Ashley. Machete. To this guy's head. Now. Preferably.
What do I roll?
Dexterity melee.
Dexterity
Difficulty
melee.
6.
Difficulty 6. No modifiers. And roll.
Yes, yes, you do in fact manage to hit.
Woo.
With an extra success, that will be added to damage going forward. Machetes counts as a sword, so your damage dice pool for this will be strength, with a modifier of 2, plus an extra 1 for the extra success, so a modifier of 3 in total.
Okay, so what do I roll? That was really
Strength, no ability,
strength.
and no discipline, since you don't have potence,
Okay.
and modifier of 3.
Okay. Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6.
Okay.
Oh, it's a point of damage. Oh, wait, no, it's 2 points of damage. I will go ahead and. Oh, man, it's really hard adjusting to the fact that I'm out of dark mode. My eyes. My eyes. I don't remember this being a problem before. Oh well. Soak time. He soaks. I'm really gonna have to sort out this hold whether ones apply to these to damage and soak or not. But that'll be in between sessions. Right now, though, I'll stand by with what I said earlier. So, in that case, that would be 2 soak successes. He is unharmed by the machete for right now. His skin is tough, almost unnaturally so. Perhaps it is unnaturally so. Which brings it to his turn, where he will try and grab a hold of Alvin. Because reasons. One moment, I need to add a new attack because his primary attack got canceled. At last, he fails to grab Alvin. Damn it, damn you ones. Pious, you unleash the twin terrors of Squeakers and Nibbles, apparently, who appear the moment you're no longer holding them. Alvin, you feel 2 scurrying things scurry up your back.
Nifty.
You'll figure out what the roll is for their attacks on the next round.
Okay.
But they are your ghouls by default, so they have a dot of potence. Maybe it'll matter. Even if I know for a fact rats only have 1 strength. But they do have decent dexterity, if I recall correctly. So they should be able to at least have a chance of hitting. Which brings us back to the next round. Pius, what are you going to be doing this round? Obviously, your pets will be beginning their attack, but is there anything you wish to do?
Yeah, I'm going to use a point of my blood to uh increase my strength and lunge at him with my stake.
Alrighty. As a note, the strength increase will apply to the damage roll with the stake. The attack roll with the stake will still be dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pius spends a blood point and moves to engage with the stake. The man will once more attempt to grab onto Alvin. He is blood crazed right now, and there's only one thing on his mind, and it's disgusting. Ashley, what is Ashley doing this turn?
Now that Ashley is within range of him, she's going to grab onto him and uh, do Blood Rage.
Blood rage. If I recall correctly, that's the power that forces them to spend blood.
Yep.
I believe it also has something it does when they can't spend blood. No, it's so hard to see at the blinding white of my layout now that it's not on dark mode. Hmm. One moment. I'm going to mope and complain about that for a bit. Uh, let's see. How do I- Okay, it doesn't actually say what it might do for someone that's completely out of blood, but I'm going to force a frenzy check when that comes up, assuming you succeed.
Okay, okay.
Olivia, what is Olivia going to be doing?
I'm gonna take aim at his head and try to shoot his head this time.
Good luck.
Right.
Alvin, what is Alvin doing? You have a guy trying to grab you.
I mean, he's failed so far, right?
Yes, he has failed so far. What's the try?
Circle around him, right to the head again? Question mark.
Welcome to try.
I mean, this will be
I will have
shot
to do
number
a thorough reading
3.
on some things later. Hmm.
Yeah, this will be
And
shot.
since we do what?
This will be shot number 3. So
Mm-hmm. Boom, 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 boom.
no successes.
No successes, but not a botch either.
Nope.
Which drops it down to Olivia. Olivia, take your shot. Difficulty 8.
8. This time the right one.
Hmm. Ooh, lovely. 3 successes. So you will have 2 extra. You have 2 extra for on the modifier for your pistol damage.
Nice.
Remember, as a reminder, your pistol damage is no attribute, no ability, no discipline. Just a base of, I believe, 4 for a light pistol, plus an extra 2 from your successes here.
Alright. So
So
4
total modifier of
difficulty.
6.
Okay, cool.
Difficulty 6. You sh- you should have had a total of 6 in your modifiers, not 2.
Oh,
Roll an extra 4, I guess.
so take off the modifier and just roll 4?
No,
Or,
no.
sorry.
Your total should have been 6, but you've already rolled 2, so roll another 4.
Okay, my bad. Is
You're
difficulty
fine.
still...
Yes, difficulty is still 6.
Okay. My bad. That's what happened.
Oop. Well, you have a total of 4 damage getting through to him. So we will see if he can soak it. He soaks 2 of it. But you did aim for the head this time, so it's lethal and not bashing. Therefore, all of what's left gets through. He is not looking too. His head is not looking too good. I mean, it wasn't looking good beforehand. I mean, you've seen him. He looks pretty hideous. But now he's got multiple bullet impacts onto his head, so he's even more hideous.
Ugh.
Additionally, he's at wound penalties, which will make it even harder for what he's about to try to do after Ashley gets her turn. Ashley, do your thing.
Okay.
First, we have to do the willpower activation roll. This will be a difficulty, let's see, 2 plus 3, difficulty 5.
Okay. Roll.
And since he has no blood left, I will force him to make a frenzy check. How dare you? Why do you have to be like this? Goodness.
Is this costing you a blood point every time?
Yep.
Yes,
Ooh.
thaumaturgy always costs a blood point.
All right.
I'm
It's
using
blood
my
sorcery.
yeah. I'm using my blood.
No, I hear you. Just be careful because you might get to a
Oh,
frenzy point as well.
Oh, Pius
he
is
fails.
losing blood too, a lot.
Well, he frenzies. He is now in frenzy. Granted, that's not far off from what he was doing beforehand, and this isn't a fear frenzy, so he's not going to run. But he is no longer in control of his actions. And that means he will be directing his attention to the nearest blood source that is also the one that's pissing him off the most, which would absolutely be Alvin.
Damn.
Still same thing, I guess, but
Out of
it's
out
just the
of
way.
character and game, with no one around us, is it totally possible to feed on this vampire?
Well, yes, but there's no blood left in him.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, Ashley kind of stole it already.
Oh, Pius was gonna pounce.
You know, I mean, like you. Well, Pius might not know that. I mean, Pius might still try. Hmm.
Mhm.
In any case, I do believe that means he will attempt to continue to grab Alvin, but he does have a penalty now, and it should be taking effect. So we will see. Wait, what? That did not include the wound penalty. That roll
Yeah.
will sadly does not count because it's not including his wounded penalty. Hmm.
You'd be playing grab ass with Alvin here if that was.
Oh, that good old
Wound
grab ass.
penalties, wounded mauled. It should be applying. Yeah, it's showing up there, but why isn't it showing up in the roll?
I think you may just need to put the penalty on there yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to
I
do that.
don't.
I mean, I got everything set, but apparently it's not taking effect. So
May also need to reload it. So
maybe.
it seems the same result is still coming through though. That's 6 successes.
Indeed. Alvin is grabbed. Alvin does not take any damage this turn, though, because that's for next turn, assuming he still holds Alvin. In which you will most be assuredly be sinking them fangs into your neck to drain you of your blood, because he wants it for himself. Pious. Your rodents will make their attacks. I have no idea what the rat's template is. I know there's a stat block for them in the book, but that's somewhere. uh, yeah, there's animals. No, where?
Ooh, might not be a good idea, but I might do it.
Okay, for right now, we're just going to do this super simple. Okay, Pius?
Mm-hmm.
Just we're going to have them roll their attack in unison, so it's more likely to be effective for right now, at least. In that case, just roll me. I guess well, their dexterity should be higher, so roll me a four. I'll go with 4d10 right now.
4d10.
hmm
Mm.
See if they manage to hit the guy. They do manage to hit the guy. By goodness, do they manage to hit the guy?
Yeah.
And well, they'll be rolling their strength, which is 1, plus their potence, which is 1. So 2 plus 3, I guess. So 5 damage dice. I swear, if the rats are the thing that bring this thing down, I'm going to be
Well, how do you roll
so.
damage dice?
Just in this case, just roll it like you did those.
And that was
In
a
this case,
D.
just yeah,
You said
just
five
5d10 in
D4,
this case.
five
Yeah, 5d10
D10.
in this. Yep. Remember, it's just successes, not total.
Two.
And the rats each manage to do a lethal point of damage.
Right to the eyeballs.
Yep. And I will count it as a single roll, so it's more likely to get through in this case. I still need
Nice.
to roll for soak. Well, the nat ones don't cancel, or do they can't?
This is a
We
soak
have been rolling
roll.
with them. We've been rolling with them not canceling so far. I really want the rats to bite his eyes out, though.
I
But
do
sadly,
think
yeah.
soak does count in terms of like, because that is an ability, like a discipline ability check, not just like a damage thing. Little check.
If it applies to soak, it probably also applies to damage. But I will do the readings after this. Right now, I will, because I really want it to work. I'll just let it get through this time.
I have to use the
Which
bathroom.
means, well, this is about to be over, probably.
Okay. Sorry, I just letting you know I might have
Because I
to.
believe it is also now Pius's term to attempt to stab him in the back with a stake.
Yep, and
Pius, attempt to
I have
stab him in the back with a stake.
Yep, I got this die already set up for it. Did
Dexterity
it?
plus melee, which you don't have melee,
Difficulty
so
A.
-1 modifier.
I do. I spent a blood point for one melee.
You spent a blood point for 1 strength, which is
Oh,
entirely
it was strength. I thought. I'm sorry. I meant to say melee, but it's fine.
you
I'll
can
Well,
just.
spend blood to get skills. I'm
Oh,
afraid.
okay, okay. I'll
Yeah.
put the one in the strength then. There we go. All
Okay.
right.
Now remember, it is dexterity plus melee, which you don't have to hit, so you're at a
Yep.
-1,
And difficulty
as well
A.
as a -1 from the armor. So difficulty 9. Difficulty
9.
9 because you're aiming for the heart, or are you just trying to poke him? Yes.
Yep, I rolled it.
So,
remember that it was. I was pretty sure the stake was difficulty 8 when it came to the last time we did this for the butcher.
It was. That's what it was set to. But it's fine. I already rolled it.
there must have been another modifier at play then that I'm
Mhm.
not remembering because this was ages ago.
He
Because
was
base
grappled.
difficulty of stake to heart.
He was
Oh,
grappled,
he was
which
grappled. That
yeah,
was why.
reduced
Okay,
by a
yeah, he was
point.
partly
Yeah.
restrained. Yeah, but
I
in any
see.
case, base difficulty is 9.
Yeah, I've already failed it.
Heart is much harder to target than the head.
I mean, to be fair, this guy's grappling me, so
No, already let the rat damage get through. Okay.
I tried, Pius.
Yeah, and with him grappling you, his chest isn't really exposed that easily because he's kind of like chest to chest with you.
Mm-hmm. Pius, what are you going to be doing on the next round?
Uh, mm,
Staking again, signaling your pets to attack again.
Go for it again. I'm gonna try to reverse the grapple.
I was gonna brawl him.
I'm actually going to grab onto his legs and attempt to trip him.
Alrighty. I'm sure that's on the list somewhere. He will attempt to sink his fangs into Alvin's neck. Ashley, what is Ashley doing this turn?
Ashley's gonna try and jump on his back and pull him off Alvin.
Alrighty, dogpile the strange blood crazed, now
Yeah, he's going
frenzied
now.
lunatic. Olivia, what is Olivia doing?
All three of them are kind of on him. Am I able to do anything? Like, I don't want to. I'm not going to shoot my gun because I don't want to hit one of them.
Well, I mean, you're going to be acting before all of them but Alvin.
Oh,
Grab
that's
his head
true.
and twist it.
Ooh, can I? I want to try that. I do have brawl. I don't know if that's part of brawl.
Break his
That
neck.
would be part of Brawl, but I don't think you could absolutely twist it unless you actually put him down. We'll see. Is that something you want to try, though? Get up in there and begin trying to grapple him?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try it anyway, just to see what can happen.
Okay, Alvin, you are currently grabbed.
I'm gonna reverse the grapple.
Alrighty, that will be in this case, probably a strength plus brawl. Which is what we're doing now, strength plus brawl, Alvin.
Okay, so this is unarmed. Let me just swap that from that. And I've got blood to spend. Let's go ahead and pump 2 into strength. Go ahead and boost that by 2.
Keep track of your boost on the dice page.
Mm-hmm. Difficulty?
6.
Oh yeah.
You,
I
you get
just
enough. You get enough successes to counter his grab, and are now the one grabbing him,
You'll.
and
Nice.
somewhat easily keeping him from sinking his fangs into your neck.
I basically just put him in a reverse headlock.
Indeed.
Getting
Olivia.
ready for the rest of the party.
Olivia, it's time to jump him, and then you can go to the bathroom.
Alright, so would that be strength and brawl or
It would.
okay, and then difficulty 6 still or it's different?
Yep.
Alright. 2.
Nope. Considering he's currently already restrained, yes, you further restrain him. Ashley, you wish to continue the restraining chain?
Yeah, why not? See what happens.
Yeah, this
Righto.
next round we just draw and quarter this poor bastard. Just everybody pulls in a different direction.
There is actually a werewolf pack maneuver for that. Where they just use their werewolf strength to literally tear someone to pieces.
Shit, we got the strength right now.
So strength, brawl, 6. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you know the stat bonuses a werewolf gets by going into their war form?
No. I don't know any of this shit.
+4 strength, +3 stamina, +1 dexterity.
Okay. That's 3. So he's grapple ganged all over.
Yes, he is grapple ganged all over, which means it's his turn. He will try to somehow get out of this. He won't be able to, but he will try. Yeah, he does not get enough to get out of any of that. I don't know the exact rules about contested grapples, but I'm just going to say he does not get out of that.
But,
Pius, would you like to join the grapple pile?
I'm actually changing my mind, and I'm going to once again have Nibbles and Squeakers attempt to burrow into his head through his eyes that they torn out.
I do believe there is normally a rule about changing your actions mid-combat, but I will go with it just because. Go ahead and make the roll you did last time. 4d10 to attack.
Doesn't it just cost a point of blood?
I think it's a point of willpower, actually, to change your
Or
actions.
4d10 to attack?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is a point of willpower. Because that's what willpower is meant to be used for.
Mm-hmm. In any case, that's 3 successes on the attack roll, so 2 extras. So 2 plus 2, 4d10 for the damage roll.
Oh, damn it.
Aww.
No, I want to see the rats do their thing.
It's okay.
Pius, why do you disappoint me like this? I wanted to see it happen.
The eyeballs are already gone.
I
I just
was
got to get
rooting
inside
for
of
you.
there.
I was in your corner, okay? I want you to know that. I was supporting this. I thought it would be the best thing ever. Well, the best thing ever since my friend Walter once stuck our party Dullahan's head on top of the headless horseman just to see what would happen. But I mean, compared to that, it's a very close second. In any case, Pius, what will you be doing in the new round?
Probably the well, no, not the same thing. I'm gonna attempt to drive the stake into him once more.
Are you aiming for the heart specifically, or do you just want to stab him with the stake?
I'm just gonna stab him in his head.
Oh, in the head. Okay, that will still be difficulty 8, though. You realize that stake is lethal damage regardless of where it stabs, right?
Yeah, I
It's
just
not
know
like
you
a
either do
gunshot.
the heart or you get the brain. And if everyone's grappling the body, his head might be exposed more than his chest.
It won't paralyze him if you stab him in the brain. It'll just do damage.
Oh, okay.
In any case, they will try to, I guess, get leeway in to be able to bite one of you, but they probably won't. Ashley, what is Ashley doing?
Can she attempt to just decapitate him?
If you get enough damage dice successes, I will allow it.
Okay, then that's what she wants to do, is attempt to decapitate.
Is Olivia back from the bathroom yet?
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Alrighty, what does Olivia want to do?
Is he still grappled and everything?
Yep.
Um, I guess I'm just gonna try to make it. Well, I guess Olivia doesn't know that Ashley's doing that. Trying to decapitate him.
Well, the thing about the way the initiatives work, it works so that you are supposed to be able to act knowing what the others intend to do, and then be choose your action in a way that could either negatively or positively impact what they're going to
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to grapple him in a way that kind of helps Ashley, if that makes sense.
do. Alrighty. And what is Alvin going to do?
We have them all grappled. Um, yeah, I mean, since I've already got him grappled, could I technically, like, one arm, like, just stab this fucker in the heart with the stake?
You could absolutely try that, yes. Which is what
Oh,
we'll begin with now. Dexterity melee. Difficulty 9.
8 because he's grappled?
I'll allow it.
Okay. And that is a dexterity, so I do get celerity.
Don't forget your penalty because of the armor.
Yeah. I forget, is there a reroll mechanic?
Nope. Not in this edition.
Yeah.
Whatever game Ulrich is playing right now, he's going absolutely ape shit upstairs. He's so mad.
Like, is he a salty boy right now?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
He's Asmongolding it up.
Oh yeah, I just hear him going nuts up there.
He's on the PlayStation, so I don't know what it is.
He's probably playing Call of Duty.
Olivia, make your grab check to, I guess, keep him grabbed so Ashley can do their decapitation attempt.
Okay. Grapple.
Hey.
You keep him grabbed. Ashley, swing that machete.
Machete.
That
Come on,
is
Ashley.
Machete?
But when was that one again? That was
Swing that Trejo.
Dexterity melee. Plus your armor penalty of -1.
and difficulty 6. Roll.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Oh, you
that.
do hit him.
3.
Yep, so that's 2 extra successes on the damage roll. Damage roll being strength, plus nothing, because you don't have potence. Plus modifier of 2, now increased to a modifier of 4, because you had the extra successes.
Sweet. And difficulty 6 and roll.
Indeed.
3.
Hi, Dickon.
This guy.
It wasn't supposed to be this difficult, I swear.
Aw.
This guy.
It wasn't supposed to
This
be
shovelhead is so soaky.
I know, we've grappled him. Rats have
He's
feasted
literally
on
just-
his eyes, and he's still going.
He's got soak rolls better than I have.
Dude is like unstoppable right now.
Like, he's got an attribute and a discipline.
This is Andrew's revenge for the corporeal rats in the beginning of Giant Slayer.
No, it's
What?
not.
No, I don't even remember those things.
Like,
we almost died.
How the
during
hell
that.
does this guy have
yeah,
5
y'all
dice?
almost died. Dolgus made it out there just fine.
How the hell does this guy have 5 dice going into this? Jeez.
Stamina plus fortitude. And he only has 1 dot of fortitude because he is a fledgling shovelhead.
Gross.
Indeed.
4 stamina. What the fuck?
He will attempt to win enough of that grab to try and weasel his way out so he can bite someone. He will probably fail, though. even though you are no longer all concentrated.
Oh, he gets it.
He is now free of the grab and
Because
posed to try and bite someone. But before he gets a chance, Pious, they come in the back.
Say that again.
Stake him in the back.
Oh
Dexterity
yes,
melee.
yes, yes, yes.
You're not aiming for the heart or anything, so just difficulty 6.
Nice. Come on, Pious.
You know, you guys have this thing called willpower, right?
I'm trying not to use my any more blood.
That's fair. Well, I wasn't talking about blood. I was talking about willpower. But yes.
Oh, I see.
In any case, Pious, what are you going to do in the new round?
I guess I'm gonna let Nibbles and Squeakers eat more
Probably a good decision.
since they seem to be the damage dealers of Pious.
The man will attempt to sink his fangs into one of you, only wishing he had his claws. Well, not really wishing of anything, because he's not really in a state of mind to be wishing for anything. Ashley, what is Ashley going to do?
She's gonna attempt to stab him through the chest.
This poor
Stab him through the-
vampire.
She's gonna shish kebab him if she can.
Olivia, what is Olivia going to do?
I'm just gonna try to keep him grappled.
He may be Sabat, but like he's struggling so hard right now.
Oh, right now you're not facing a vampire, you're facing the beast. Alvin, what's Alvin going to do?
Yeah. Just get. I don't know.
Keep poking it with your pencil, man. We're stabbing it to death with straws.
All right. Sure. It's gonna
It'll
be.
eventually go down.
It's gonna be against 9, and yeah, I guess a stake to the heart. Difficulty 9. Put a willpower
Roll
to
it.
it. Fuck it.
I love you, baby girl.
A willpower does not save me from 2 botches.
Oh my god! We
Is
are
willpower
getting this
canceled
done.
by freaking thing? Well, I'm gonna check that again. It's been a while. Where's willpower at? Freaking thingy. Funny willpower.
We're gonna walk out of this alleyway all badass.
Enormous success in this one. Okay, guess what? It cannot be canceled even by botches. Congratulations. So you do succeed with 1 success. You may roll your damage.
That is strength and 1, 6.
Strength plus 1.
Roll. Alright. Should be 2.
Well, currently we don't have ones canceling the damage, so that is 3. Which means if he doesn't soak any of this, which would be a miracle at this point, but if he doesn't soak any of this, that he is staked. Please don't soak any of this.
No, this dude's been fire with these rolls.
He's been rolling amazing on these rolls.
Like,
not
if
on the
this is
actual
what we have to
roleplay
look
weapons.
forward to, God help us.
I know, right?
I wanted him to roll good on the attack rolls, not on the soak roll. He soaks 2 of it, but takes another lethal damage. Which,
Stake.
oh my gosh, puts him at incapacitated.
Thank God.
I don't know if that's actually enough to outright, if he's actually torpid or just incapable of movement. I have to double check that. Oop.
I mean, but the stake was to his heart, so like.
Yeah, but you need the requirements to actually stake a vampire to paralyze them were not met.
What do you mean?
But in any case, he is incapacitated, and he's not torpid, but he's incapacitated, incapable of movement, and is likely unconscious. Incapacitated vampires with no blood in their bodies enter torpor. So since he has no blood left in his body, he does enter a hunger torpor, regardless of the amount of damage he's taken. Which means he is torpid. Congratulations, guys. You won your fight. This was the
Yeah.
tutorial fight. and you finally beat it.
No, it's the tutorial. Oh.
Thank you, Olivia.
Hmm.
Now, somebody
Uh,
please chop his head off.
yes,
Squeakers,
I would recommend decapitation.
nibbles.
Ashley
Would
video
anyone
with that.
like to decapitate him?
Ashley, she wanted to decapitate him already.
Excellent. You easily decapitate him since he's no longer around to be resisting. It might take a couple of swings, but you get the job done. Unfortunately, of course, because he is a reasonably fresh turn, his body does not begin a rapid decomposition and still stays there.
She's gonna grab the head and chuck it down the alley.
You chuck the head down the alley. It bangs against various bins as it rolls away into a dark corner somewhere.
This is gonna
Not
seem
dark enough in
gross.
your opinion.
As soon as it does, she's gonna like strike and walk back over by Olivia.
Can Pius smear the blood of that corpse all over himself and then eat its heart?
The heart steak.
Well, the Vitae is already used up. There's no more Vitae, but there is a heart in there shriveled
Yeah,
up.
I don't need the Vitae or anything. I just need the bile and the heart.
I think that's mortal stuff you need, not kindred.
Aw,
No.
damn it.
If
Okay.
you're talking about that one ritual.
Yes. The decaying touch.
Yeah, I think that requires a mortal
Okay, okay.
person.
That is one of the rituals that I want, though.
You already have it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, but I don't have it written down on my player thing, though.
Yeah, we'll take care of that during the intervening weeks. But speaking of which, I do believe we are nearing our end point for tonight, especially since how long that combat took.
It wouldn't have
We
been so
tried.
bad because of the soak rules.
Damn it.
This was a super trooper.
I was
Really?
literally worried about making him too dangerous, so I gave him the extra dot into his stamina rather than one of the attack dice pools. And then he just soaks. I mean, I was getting memories of my werewolf just soaking all sorts of ridiculous shit in human form. He once took a shotgun blast to the chest without anything more than damaged clothing. But we will continue your advance into Sabat territory, and hopefully a few ironed out rules in combat when I give the rules another read through, just to make sure I'm on the right page. Next time.
Mm-hmm.
Before we continue with our normal end of session festivities, will everyone be able to make it next time? I know we're in the holiday season. While next time isn't going to be on any particular holiday, I figured it was better to check.
We should be able to make it there.
It's Saturday the 7th of December. It's the next one. So
What does that mean?
that's the date.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Steph, what day is your holiday party? Is it the 7th? No, wait, no, sorry. Wow, the 7th's a weekday. Your holiday party's on the weekend. Okay, ignore
The
me.
14th,
Well, what
I
is
think.
The 14th is an off
Okay,
Saturday.
yeah. Next Saturday should be the 30th, which is the last day of October.
What?
And then
What?
right?
No,
Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at November. I'm dumb.
We're
Okay,
in November going into December.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
So
so your
December.
holiday party is the 14th, babe?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, that'll be fine then. Excellent.
alright.
Now then, on to actual important matters. First off, you get your automatic base experience, just because. Then, of course, you also get your role-playing experience, again, just because. Additionally, you get your combat point of experience, which you haven't gotten since the Butcher session. So you're all sitting at 3 right now, but we're not done yet. Pius, what did you learn tonight?
Pius learned that this is going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot harder than he thought because they don't go down as easy as he thought.
Indeed not.
He's not as useful as like he thought it would be in like melee, so he's kind of Needs to rethink stuff.
He got a little
Definitely
high.
thinking about Alvin's offer for teaching going forward, probably.
Yeah.
Ashley, what did Ashley learn tonight?
Ashley learned, well, she more understands why the path of blood was the first one that she is taught. It's very useful.
First one that they are taught now. It wasn't back in the Dark Ages.
Yeah, but she
That
has
was because
really.
back in the Dark Ages, they didn't know about how to prevent blood bonding and similar things. Hmm. Alvin, what did Alvin learn tonight?
Abed learns he needs to put Pius through a little bit of boot camp in order to make sure he's ready for the nightlife. Because while vampires can easily school mortal in most cases, biker gang members don't exactly amount to the same kind of threat that another kindred does.
Indeed. Drill Sergeant Alvin next session. Everyone stay tuned. Hmm. Olivia, what did Olivia learn tonight?
That this motherfucker was hard to take down, and the Sabbat aren't something to just take lightly for the most part.
Indeed. Well, that leaves all of you sitting at 4. But one of you will get to walk away with 5. So, reverse order. Olivia, who's your MVP?
Echo. No, I'm kidding. I want to say Pius, just because trying to make his rats eat the eyes of his enemies
Yeah.
is on point. It's gold
One for
tier to me.
Pius. Alvin, who's your MVP?
Nipples and squeakers.
Another one to Pius, just because I don't have the rats down separately. I'm sorry.
It's so good to be a Beastmaster, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
You're lucky that guy was blood starved and not willing to target your rodents.
That's why I was willing to launch them out.
Yep. Ashley, who's Ashley's MVP?
Ashley's was Alvin for taking the brunt of the unknown's wrath.
All right. 2 for Pius, 1 for Alvin. Pius, who's Pius's MVP?
I was also going to say Alvin for taking charge of the initiative.
Right. Well, I'm not allowing 2 of you to walk away with 5. Sorry, that's not going to happen, I'm afraid. I will instead roll the die of decision to determine who gets the extra experience point. Oh, great die of
No.
decision making. High
No.
to the Ventru, low to the Nosferatu. Low to the Nosferatu. Pius gets
Good.
D5.
Good.
The dice have spoken.
It's fine by me. He needs the
Nibbles and
points
squeakers for the win.
he needs the points to add to his attribute.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
Yes, with now the session done, I will like to spend points on.
Well, give me a
melee.
moment. I need to
And a
go ahead
firearm.
and put to officially enter your experience points into being thing.
So the
Actually, at
nice
75 now, I think.
let me double check that because it might be a little more. The nice
One
thing
moment, I'm almost done.
is that when it comes to abilities, it is your current rating times 2. If you have to buy a new ability, it is only 3 points. So, for 5 points, well, actually, he won't let you get 2 dots into it.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sorry, I don't allow a single type of thing to increase by more than 1 dot at any given time. I may
Yeah.
allow such exceptions during a lengthy time skip, but not right now.
so it's 4 for everybody and 5 for Pius, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that is correct.
All right, so that's 77,
And bearing in
86.
mind that you're likely to be in combat next session, so you can probably expect another 4 next session. And
77.
next session may bring about the end of this book and story arc, in which case you'd get story XP as well.
Nice.
So you can expect a fair bit of experience over the next couple of sessions.
All right, so Pius, you're at 77 experience.
77. Okay.
Does that mean you got 7 that you haven't used?
I have spent a total of 59 points.
Oh shit, you've got a lot to spend.
Pius is often the one that goes the longest without actually buying things.
No, I
Yes,
hear ya.
I like to hoard my points and then use them like
So
after I figure stuff out.
I would say for you then, buddy, anything you don't have a dot in costs 3 for the abilities tab, be that a talent, skill, or knowledge. So, like, if you want firearms, if you want melee, if you want brawl, that's 3 points each. If you want, like,
I'm just gonna do a dot in firearms for the time being.
okay, that's fine.
So I'll be at 62 points spent now, right?
Yeah, if you're at 59 spent,
Yeah. There we go.
that at least lets you start trying to cook with some of that. If you want
While we're all
to,
here, would anyone else like to make some experience expenditures?
I need to go through and see what I would like to spend any on if I want to.
uh, since
Fair.
you were trying to use the stake earlier there, you may also want to consider putting a point into melee, just that way you're not taking that -1 die.
Yeah, I'll put some thought into it.
Yeah, if you want to continue with that path. But yeah, no, I know that you're saving up your experience for like your super voodoo.
Yes.
Oh, yep, it's 20 experience points for Necromancy 5.
Uh-huh.
It's a
That's what I'm
lot.
kind of saving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because right now I can literally make the dead people fight for me now.
Mhm.
The dead mortals fight for you.
Yes.
I mean, if they killed
And
a
if
bunch of
Nibbles
more,
and Squeakers dies, I can just do Puppet Broom or whatever and just make them guard me. Because I can make them do one task for all eternity. So I'll just make those 2 rats guard me forever.
It's some darkness specific person. I'd have to look up exactly how that would work, but theoretically, yes.
all
Mhm.
3 of you with your rank 5 abilities.
That's kind of why I'm not afraid of like Nibbles and Squeakers to die, because technically that's just another portal.
Olivia's
Once
over
they
here.
die, they'll be reborn.
Olivia's over here astral projecting. Freaking Ashley's over here casting major, hoodoo voodoo. Now Pius is about to hit that 5-star rating, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna mix everything over here.
Yeah, you're going to be Alvin's going to be the last to a 5 dot power, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
Which discipline do you think you're going to hit 5 in first?
I have no clue to be honest.
Well, if it matters at all, dominates 5 dot power is outright possession of a target. Um, Presence's 5 dot power is a majesty, which is just bullshit here. And shoot, what else do you have? Fortitude. Well, fortitude and celerity just basically do their thing.
Stat boosts.
Stat boost and extra turns that they can be traded in for celerity with blood, and automatic strength successes with. Oh, you don't have potency of fortitude. Automatic soak successes, I guess, if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah,
In any
eventually.
case, I hope everyone enjoyed the session, even if we did get bogged down a bit.
Yeah, it was fun.
Now let me
I
turn this back to dark mode. Please.
I
Oh, good. My eyes.
I expect a random call from the other radio saying, "Help! We need saving," so that way Olivia can go save her damsel.
Well, it wasn't in the writing originally, but I will have to make it an addition.
Yeah.
Because Stalker, Olivia, and Frightened Echo is just a combination I'm enjoying.
I mean, come on, she already watched Ashley, like a
Uh-huh.
peeping Tom.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's
Once,
weird.
yeah. Once, she's got you in her sights. There's no getting away.
They always come around.
In any case, I will see y'all later. I hope you all had a good time.
Yes. I'll talk to y'all
Definitely.
later.
That's a good laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep.
Bye.
Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
You too.